Okay, I'm here. I'm live. I've still got the Christmas tree up, but we are ready. Whenever somebody pops in here, we can start doing some readings and stuff. Otherwise, I'm just going to hang out here and wait. Hello. Welcome to the live. I know someone's in here. Hi, Jenna. How are you? Just hanging out here, getting ready to do some readings and stuff. So, hi, Jennifer. The Twin Flame DJ's in the house. There's like 4 people right now, which is awesome. So I am hanging in there. It's been kind of a crazy past few days for me, which was why I was like planning on doing this on Friday originally, but there's just been some personal things I've been dealing with and it got delayed. But that's okay because I'm here with you guys right now, which is the important thing. So, anyways, in case you guys didn't know, I'm actually doing lives a little bit differently now that like my trial run is basically over of like testing out how this would go throughout December. So, um so now basically what I'm doing is, I got to be able to, make some money, you guys. Like, you know, this is not good. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Dog walking is what I usually do, and nobody wants dog walkers during a pandemic. I'm not back in LA yet because the pandemic is super bad over there, way worse than it is here in Chicago where I'm at right now. And I gotta make some money. So, oh hi Bridget, I didn't even realize you were here. So hi. Oh, and thank you for sharing this. That is awesome. I really appreciate it. So, anyways, yes, please pay me. So let me give you guys the rundown on how this is going to work since I cannot do super chats. Obviously, I don't have that available. I wish I did to make it more convenient for you guys and for me. But until I hit that 1,000 subscriber marker, which I'm not at yet, I can't do those yet. So here's basically what the plan is. So if you want only Oracle cards and only Oracle card reading, that is $3. And you know what? Let me copy and paste the information really quick in the chat so you guys have it, but it should be in the description down below. Like all the information, how the questions and payments and all that kind of stuff will operate. So basically, $3 for an only Oracle card reading, which is basically considered a tall. So you would put in your question, you would send the payment to my PayPal or Venmo, which I do have my phone here to keep track of payments coming in. And you would put down tall if that was your order, and I would answer your question, obviously. And if the next one is a grande is $7, and that one is tarot cards only. And then a venti is a combination of oracle cards and tarot cards, and that one is $10. So it's $10 or less for all the questions, which is not bad, pretty reasonable if you ask me. I just can't sit here and do this for 5 hours for free anymore, you guys. It's a lot of energy expended. So anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. So the payment information should be down below for my PayPal and Venmo, but let me copy and paste it really quickly into the chat just in case someone can't find it for some reason, but it should all be there. So okay, so here are the different orders of what you can pick from. And here is the payment info right there in the chat. So that should work, I hope. Anyways, if it doesn't make sense in the chat, just go down to the can you pay through Messenger? I would prefer, let's just keep it to PayPal and Venmo because I've never accepted money through Messenger before. I don't know how that works. So for what I know and for what I'm comfortable with, I'd rather just stick to PayPal and Venmo. just to make it easier across the board for everybody. So yeah, PayPal or Venmo. Those are honestly going to be the easiest for me. But let me scroll here really quick for what's happening in the chat, because I feel like I just went on a tangent of this is what's going on. And it's good to share with you guys what's going on. But yeah, hi Stormy Waters, welcome. Hi Zena. Yeah, I mean, you can be on the list. Just make sure you submit a payment as well. So Jenna, can I have an energy update on how Caleb feels about me? Like, has he given up on us getting back together in the future? I'm a Virgo, he's a Libra. Well, I would love to answer that for you, Jenna, but like I said, we're gonna have to start submitting payments here. So, like I said, I'm keeping an eye, and if you do send something, and I'm not like catching it, I'm missing it or whatever, just let me know. This is a trial run, first time I'm ever doing this way. So this may be a little bit of a bumpy start here, but hopefully we can get this figured out. But I do believe that the information is in the description. If it's not, you guys let me know, but it should be. So yes. Anyways, oh, and thank you, Stormy. I'm so glad you guys understand, appreciate it. I do not have a super chat, Ashley. I'm so sorry. I don't have a super chat until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm only at like just over 300 subscribers. So that's the issue. Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate it. I hope people come in, and I hope people understand like the weird money thing, because there's no super chat. So it's going to be a little weird doing it this way with just PayPals and Venmos and all that good stuff. But yeah, I just want to keep it to PayPal and Venmo, you guys. So yes, it may take a little bit longer to get through questions, simply because I'm going to have to like go back and check my phone and make sure that I don't get anybody's stuff mixed up and confused or anything. But yeah, that's the way we're going to have to do it for now. And hey, if you guys help me get to that 1,000 subscribers too, that'll really help as well, because then I will have super chats available, and that will make this whole thing a lot easier for everybody. And people can just, go in automatically here on YouTube, and I won't have to sit here and supervise my phone. So, that will always be helpful too. But anywho, the PayPal link isn't working for you. Do you have Venmo? You could always try Venmo. So I don't know. I mean, let me try clicking on this PayPal link myself really quick while I'm sitting here. Okay. Did you click on the one in the chat, Jennifer, or did you click on the one in the description of the video? Because I see how it's acting weird in the chat. Let me try copying and pasting this one more time. See if it works. All right. PayPal. It might be acting weird because I think it's like tagging my username in it. Oh, there we go. It works now in the chat, the PayPal. Let me copy and paste the Venmo one really quick as well, so people have that as an option. So there we go. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that works. But anywho, yes. So like I said, $3 for only Oracle cards, $7 for tarot cards only, and $10 for a combination of both Oracle cards and tarot cards. So they all go, tall, grande, venti, basically. So that's what's going on. But in the meantime, I don't think I've missed anybody's like paid questions as of the moment. Um, oh, hi, Heather, from another Heather, two Heathers. Hey, you have a great name. Anyways, welcome to the live. Anyways, I can just do some like, oh, I see I got a PayPal from somebody who came in. Oh, thank you, Bridget, for Grandes. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Bridget, did you want me to answer any question for you? I can. Um, but anywho, let's see. I guess if Bridget doesn't have like a specific question, because I can definitely answer one for her. I mean, I kind of know what's going on with her stuff anyway, but I can also just do kind of like a general reading here for you guys as a whole, period, to kind of see what is going on collectively for who's here until more come in. But like I said, I am keeping an eye out. I am. Yeah, I can totally do that. Well, I will do a collective reading for whoever is in here until like paid readings come in, because I got to put up boundaries, you guys. Like I can't keep giving them away for free. That's for sure. So I can do a little bit of a collective thing. So thank you, Bridget. I really appreciate it. Yeah, there's no super chat here, Tria. I don't have enough subscribers yet to have super chats, which was what I was just explaining. So if you guys help me get to 1,000 subscribers, then I will have super chats and I can do that with you guys. But until then, my PayPal and Venmo is in the description down below, as well as in the chat there. And also the information about like what to order should be there as well. So, yeah, like I was saying, I feel like I'm going to be repeating this a lot. I feel like I need like a sign. That's what I should do. I should create a sign or something behind me for next time. Um, Basically saying what the different order options are. If I, KB, hi KB, if I use PayPal, can you not mention my, no, of course not. I would just refer to you as your username here. I just need to make sure to be able to make the connection between who the PayPal is to who is, in the chat. So if there's a way you can like identify yourself, like just to like let me know, like, hey, I don't know. If there's a way you can make the connection, just so I know, so I don't get anybody's orders confused, because somebody could, order like a tall, which is only $3, and maybe you're going to order a venti or something. And I don't want to like, jip you and give you the cheaper one because I got you confused with somebody else. So that's the only thing. Yeah, I know. I end up repeating myself a lot because oh yeah, that's true too. You could write a note on the order like what Bridget just said. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Write your screen name in the notes, so that way then I know who it's from. So, KB, if you don't want me to use your real name, then in the notes just say this is for KB. So, there we go. Well, either way, you never know. There could be somebody else who could pop up and maybe there's going to be something similar. So it's best to be able to figure out how to identify you. So confusing. Technical difficulties here, right, you guys? Okay. All right, we will figure this out. I promise. PayPal or Venmo. It doesn't have to be just PayPal either, you guys. If you're on Venmo, that's an option too. So there we go. And thank you, Heather, for subscribing. From one Heather to another. Like I said, you've got an awesome name. So, gotta have mad respect for that. And like I said, you guys, the more subscribers I get, the easier this will be because then I can do the super chats with you guys because I don't like having to do it this way either with you. You know, it's frustrating for me just like it's frustrating for you guys. But yes, our mommies for sure. All right. While I'm waiting, I'm going to pull a few cards here just for you guys collectively to see what's going on. And when my phone lights up, I will let you know, or someone can let me know if they've sent something if I don't see it. Yes, like Bridget said, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends. And seriously, you guys, if you have friends that, get these readings on YouTube and stuff, send them my way because I am trying to build this thing up and get it going. It works now. Awesome. Awesome that it works now, Jennifer. So bring it on in, send it in. Place your Starbucks order because it's so funny, you guys. I was thinking like, how can I do this in a way where it's like it's easy for people to remember? So that way, then it's just like, oh, I ordered a tall, I ordered a grande, I ordered a venti. So I'm like, perfect. Why not? I'll sit this out. I'm broken till Friday. I can wait. No problem. That is no problem totally at all, Tria. And I will be live again on Friday anyways. So, come back on Friday. I'm doing this twice a week, you guys. So every Monday and every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time right here. And, if you miss one, that's no big deal. There will always be another opportunity. I will always be here. So it's all good. Ashley, who was it? Somebody sent me money like before this chat, like days ago. Maybe it wasn't you. I think it was somebody else. I have a question. Is black magic real? Some psychic said I had a black magic spell on me that cost thousands of dollars. Oh my gosh. Okay, this doesn't even take cards. This is just going to be some good old-fashioned general advice. So please take this, Ashley. And anybody else who's in the chat right now, if you guys have a question about black magic and if it's real, this is my take on it. No, I do not believe that black magic is real. I believe that, yes, exactly what Tria said. First of all, with that situation specifically, it's definitely a scam alert because if they're asking for thousands of dollars from you to remove something like that, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. I personally believe I personally believe basically that love and light and goodness is way stronger than anything evil. It's way stronger than anything that's negative or bad. I do think there is evil in the world, obviously, because we live in a fallen world. We live in a very broken world. I mean, look at like last week with what happened with the Capitol building and everything. So yeah, there is evil in the world. But if someone is claiming there's like a curse on you or black magic on you or something like that, it's only real to you if you believe it is. But you can easily dismiss that and say, no, I'm not cursed. I'm blessed. No one has placed like any hex or any spell on me. Like, I'm all good. I'm protected. I'm safe. Half of this is like your own mind frame, basically. So definitely don't buy into that. Not at all. That's seriously a scam. And most importantly, just remember that love is so much stronger. Goodness and having like good intentions is so much brighter and better and will basically beat that out any day anyway. So always remember that. And definitely don't pay anyone thousands of dollars for that. That's crazy. And thank you, Heather. I see like all the snowflakes here. Oh, I so appreciate it so much, you guys. Tria, the little caution sign. And my YouTube notifications are going off at the same time. It's kind of funny I'm getting YouTube notifications, but okay, Jennifer, I'm going to have to pass tonight. Very old PayPal and Venmo accounts, but I had to close because of ID fraud. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, that's fine, like there's Friday, you have like the whole week basically to figure it out. You get to start your week with me and you get to end your week with me pretty much. So, um yeah, I don't have Cash App, you guys. Sorry about that. um but but yeah, I do appreciate it. Yeah, there's so many scams. You definitely got to look out there. But let me do something here collectively for you guys. Like I said, I was going to get into that and we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's happening here for the 8 of you who are here. Let's see what's going on. What's the current energy for you guys? Let's just feel it out, right? There's no evil, that's for sure. I can tell you that much. There's no evil happening here. But we have the Hanged Unicorn. So basically, you guys might be feeling kind of like you're in a season where not a lot is going on because that's kind of what the Hanged Unicorn is all about. The Hanged Unicorn is all about kind of just feeling stuck in a sense. There may be a lot going on internally. There may be a lot going on a spiritual level, but it's like on the external and physical level, there may not be a lot that's going on. So a lot of you may be kind of like in a reflective mode right now where you're kind of just, going within and focusing on yourself and spending time in prayer and that kind of thing. So the Hanged Unicorn isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a very introspective kind of card. So some of you may be in that kind of place right now. Hi, Isabel. Welcome to the chat and the live chat live, whatever. Happy Monday to you too. Hi, Hannah. Welcome. Just a quick recap, you guys. I'm doing like a little collective read right now, but anyways, all the information about how this live is working should be down in the description. I don't have super chats yet, so payments for readings are basically through PayPal and Venmo, and like the descriptions of what you can order should be down below as well. I don't want to keep repeating it, so I'm trying to do like a shortened version of it. But thank you, Heather. I so appreciate you. Like, you are awesome. And I love the little snowflakes. It's so appropriate for January. Okay, let's see what else is going on collectively. So we've got the King of Wands. So there may be a King of Wands in your life. Oh, I got a PayPal. So I'm going to go into this King of Wands and then I'm going to see who paid something. But I will finish up this card really quick. So there may be a King of Wands in your life. He's someone who's very fiery. He's very charismatic. He has like a lot of energy, and he's kind of just like this magnet for attention. So this could be your divine masculine, because I know a lot of you guys, come here and want to know about your twin flame. So this definitely could be your divine masculine that this card could be in reference to. It could be somebody else, though. You never know, depending on what your story, depending on what your situation is. And yeah, so there definitely seems to be a little bit of that going on too. So let's see who sent in what. Okay, KB. All right. Thank you for your question. So you will definitely get your Venti. So what was your question? Unless you already mentioned it. Let me scroll up. I don't know if you mentioned it or not. I don't think you did. Or something. Can you guys still hear me and see me? Can you guys hear me and see me? My connection was like going weird. Just let me know in the chat, because I'm like, am I still here? Okay, thank you. Yay, I was like, it was telling me the connection was gone. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. I would like to know if Jay still thinks about me like I think about him. Okay. Thank you, Hannah and Heather. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Well, since you did order a combo here, I'm going to go back to these tarot cards. We'll start off with that. and then we'll pull a few oracle cards for you. Okay. Does Jay still think about KB? And does he think about her the way she thinks about him? Let's find out what's going on with Jay and KB. Give me some feedback here. Give me some feedback here. And for the rest of you guys, Hanged Unicorns and King of Wands. All right. I'll see if I get anything else collectively for you guys later. All right. So the first card out, well, this is a good start. We got the Six of Wands here. And in this deck in particular, this is kind of a card of celebration. It's a card of kind of just like enjoying life and having a parade because, you know, you can see like these unicorns, they're, you know, they got their wands and they got wreaths and everything that they're carrying and that they're wearing. And they're having a good time. They're having a good time doing their little celebration, doing their little parade routine. So, yeah, so that's a good start. So I feel like his feelings towards you are definitely positive because that's definitely a positive card. It's like he feels celebratory or something when he thinks about you. So that's a positive thing. Let's see what else we got. All right. Hi to another Hannah. Welcome to the live. Let's see what else is going on with Jay. So we've got Judgment here. So it seems like there's definitely going to be some, it's kind of like decisions are going to be made, like a judgment call is probably going to be made here dealing with the two of you. Like he's probably already made his judgment on how he feels about you, which I feel like is good. It's positive here because we got that Six of Wands. But it's funny because for some reason, like judgment and even like justice to me kind of go hand in hand. They feel like they have a very similar energy. So this almost kind of reminds me of like justice too, in a way. But, you know, this unicorn is, you know, blowing the horn of justice here. So it's like a judgment call is being made is basically what's happening here. So I definitely feel like he has good feelings and he's already like made that judgment call about you. I don't think that's something that is going to change because he's already made that decision. Thank you, Heather. I so appreciate you. You are awesome. If I knew how to make people moderators, I would totally make you a moderator because you are doing like an amazing job right now. Okay, let's see what else is going on with Jay. What else is happening with him? Ooh, you're going to like this one. We got the Two of Cups. So that's a really positive one. And we all know what the Two of Cups is about. You know, the Two of Cups is basically about a pairing, you know, two becoming one in a sense, two being together. So, you know, you could look at this card and it's basically like you and Jay, if you guys were unicorns pretty much. So there is love there. You know, they have their cups of love. So he does have love in his heart for you. So these are all super, super positive. Hi, Shantaveen. Welcome to the live. Yes, KB, these are awesome cards. They really are. Really good cards coming out. I'm going to pull one more tarot card for you, and then I'll pull you a few oracle cards as well. We'll see what comes out. And we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is usually about a passionate and fiery new beginning. So it seems like that's probably something that's on his mind. I know a lot of the times readers also kind of usually kind of think of the Ace of Wands kind of being like, you know, a very phallic symbol as well. So, you know, he probably gets a little hot and bothered too when he thinks about you. So yeah, but he probably wants that fiery, fresh, new beginning with you. The only thing that I usually caution people when it comes to the Ace of Wands is just to make sure that they're not just like coming in just for the booty call and then jumping back out. But I'm not really getting that feeling because you do have like all these other, I can't even hold on to these cards, but you have all these other positive ones going on here. So I'm not really worried about him doing that, but he definitely has those types of emotions for you and towards you. That's for sure. Let me grab you a few oracle cards here now. See what's happening. See what he wants to say. I know I love the unicorns for tarot. Because you know, some of the tarot decks are kind of like scary in a sense. And it's like, I don't want one that's scary. Like I wanted one that was like cute and friendly. And I feel like they're easy to like understand and read, you know, even if you're like just beginning. I feel like it's kind of like a really good deck to start with. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Charmed Intuition Tarot, but I first saw it on her channel and I was like, oh, those are some super cool tarot cards. I have got to get those things. And I went to Etsy and there they were. But anyways, welcome, Melissa. Hello. All right, let's see what's going on with the J. We have karmic. This taught us our lessons equals blessings. So, you know, even if things are like not physically where you want them to be at with him, you know, there's obviously a lot of like good stuff going on here on the emotional and mental level. But if you guys are not where you want to be yet, obviously on the physical end of things, I think it's just because you guys are currently in a season of learning some lessons. You know, there's probably some karma, not that your connection is karmic, but it's like there's probably some karmic issues between the two of you just need to work out, you know, as individuals and even like together. So you're just in a season of testing, in a sense, season of lessons, but those times always bring out the best of the blessings, which I think are definitely going to come because you got such good tarot cards. But you know, these situations even come with testing and stuff we have to work out, even if it's a divine connection. You know, it's not always easy, but it can be done. We've also got expressive. I can't hold back anymore. So I do think that he's probably thinking of coming forward, which also makes sense here with that Ace of Wands. You know, he wants that fiery new beginning. He wants that fiery, passionate new start. So he does want to begin again. He's getting to the point where he really can't wait anymore. So that's a positive thing. Yeah, self-love. That's usually like the trickiest thing, you know, for any of us, really. It really is like, you know, and that's something that you have to struggle with, whether you're currently together or whether you're currently separated. You know, self-love is a big challenge. It's always easier to love other people than ourselves for some reason. I don't know why that is. I think it's like the dumbest thing to like human wiring, that we can care about others before ourselves, but for whatever reason we do. We've also got, ooh, marry me, wifey material, fulfillment. So he's definitely thinking of that. I feel, and this is exactly why, like, this confirms to me that, like, that fiery, passionate new beginning, it's not just all sex. It's not just all, you know, here today, gone tomorrow. I definitely feel like he wants to come in for that fiery, passionate new beginning, but he wants commitment out of it. Like, he wants the long haul. He wants to, like, make this the real deal, basically, because he sees that in you. He sees that he can have, like, a future with you. So, I mean, it's all really good stuff. It may take some time and patience to get there, because I know, like, a lot of the times it can be really hard when you get like a really positive reading and then it's like nothing is coming in and nothing is happening on the physical, and you're like, what the hell? Like, I get all these positive readings, like, what's going on? I don't think that that means that the readings are off. I think that just means that it's more of a timing issue than when it comes to that, where it's just, it's not exactly the right time, that the energy is there, it's getting in the right place, it's moving and getting into the right place, like spiritually and stuff, stuff happening behind the scenes, but it has yet to catch up to like physical reality yet, basically. And we have twin flame. You are my other half. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome too. So, this card could mean a couple of different things. Well, for one, I mean, if you ever had any doubts about him being your twin flame, this is definitely a confirmation of that. But it could also possibly mean that he may actually be catching on to what twin flames are. Because sometimes when this card pops up, it's almost like they may be hearing about it themselves and they maybe kind of putting two and two together in their little brains as well. So it's possible that he could be catching on to what a twin flame is and maybe even realizing that you are his. So, but yeah, that twin flame connection is definitely there. So hopefully that helped you. It made some sense, KB. Yes, I've been waiting, but I've decided to get some hobbies and stop waiting around. Well, good. Hobbies are great. That's definitely a good thing. So, all right. Let's see. I'm just going to check my phone here. Oh, I got a couple more that came in. All right. Isabel got a grande. Let me actually open my PayPal really quick to make sure I'm not missing anything from anybody. Just give me a moment here, you guys. So I can go to my... Yes, thank you. I know I got money. All right. Yes. Isabel, did you put in your question or have I not looked at this yet? I'm just going to scroll up to make sure I didn't miss anything with Isabel because I know I got a payment from her. Let's see. Yes. Oh, yeah, Charmed Intuition Tarot. She's adorable. She's adorable. So, um and I got sent another one? Did I miss that? Wait, let me check Venmo as well. I just realized people may be sending something on Venmo too. I just want to make sure, regardless of which one you guys are paying on. No, there's nothing in Venmo. So whatever anyone is sending, it's been on PayPal so far. Yes, Isabel, I don't see your question in the chat. Or did you send it on PayPal? I've kind of just been telling people to after they send their payments to just put into the chat what your order was and what your question is. I saw yours is definitely the grande, but yeah, I don't know what your question is. So tell me what your question is, Isabel. I'm ready for you. And Natalie Romero, you just sent a payment. Did you send it on PayPal or Venmo? Because I don't see one for you yet. Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Oh, yeah, I think I do. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no. I got one from Natalie Valdez, but that was January 8th. PayPal for 7. And Isabel, just so you know, I'm still waiting on your question. I got Isabel here as next because I already got her payment. But yeah, this whole thing is kind of crazy right now, not having super chats. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that because Natalie, because you sent me 5, which isn't technically one of the orders. You sent me 5, and that's in between the tall and the the Grande, because the tall is 3 and the Grande is 7. So, you sent me another wait, I'm so confused. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh. And I see Amy Lee sent me something too. So, um, I just wanna make sure I don't miss anything for anybody. Um, okay, you just sent the 5. Oh, there it is, there it is. I see it now. Okay, it took a minute for it to come in. Okay, so I got next up, you guys, just so you know, I have, according to PayPal, now I already did KB, so next is Isabel, Natalie, and Amy. That's who I've got next. So Isabel, a Grande, Natalie, a Grande, Amy, a Venti. That's what I got here. So Isabel, I'm gonna go with you first because yours came in first. And I see your question is now here. Will me and Malcolm be in a relationship soon? We started talking again. Okay, let me find out here. Let me move those oracle cards out of the way. And I see there's another one coming in. All right, let me get these tarot cards and start shuffling them up. And thank you, Heather. I so appreciate it. Like, you are awesome. Like, you are a superstar right now. So I just want to tell you that. Thank you so much. Like, you are so sweet. And Heather, if you have like a question yourself, because you are just kind of like working so hard right now, doing like this little assistant job right now, free reading on me for you tonight. So thank you. I so appreciate that. But I mean it. I will give you a free reading before the night is over, just because you're doing awesome, just like helping me out here. And I so appreciate it, because it's hard to like micromanage everything and still, you know, come in here and do the readings for people and make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay, yes. Isabel, I'm working on yours right now. So will you and Malcolm be in a relationship soon, since you started talking again? All right. Let's see. Isabel and Malcolm. Let's see what's going on. All right. So we have the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is kind of like your wounded warrior. So what this tells me is basically like where you guys have been in the past has probably been pretty challenging, that you guys have had some ups and downs, that you guys have been through some shit basically. But the wounded warrior doesn't give up. The wounded warrior keeps going. They keep fighting, even though they've been through hell, even though they've had, you know, a really crappy time of it dealing with different things, but they still push through. So I feel like that may be where you guys are at right now, is basically you know, whatever it was that happened before. Like you said that you guys just recently started talking again, so you know, whatever happened before, maybe it wasn't so great, but now things are finally starting to get better. So it's like you guys, I feel like both of you want to keep pushing and want to keep fighting for this connection. So you know, a potential for a relationship could be there if you guys are both fighting through it basically. But let's see what else we got here. So you guys have definitely been through the ringer, that's for sure. Let's see what else we got. We have the 9 of Swords. So this is so funny. 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Swords is, you know, about anxiety, basically. It's about sleepless nights. You know, you can even see on this card, this unicorn just doesn't look happy. It looks kind of stressed out and, you know, can't sleep and is just really upset. Ooh, I'm nervous. Well, I've this maybe your nerves coming out right now. A little bit of that anxiety. So I feel like that's kind of where things may be at right now, because it's like you've been through some hard stuff already. You've been to hell and back, and there may be a little bit of anxiety and nervousness right now about, you know, where will this go? What will happen next, kind of a thing. And you know, the best thing you can do is to not let your anxiety and not really let your nerves get to the best of you. It's kind of just like be in the moment instead and just be thankful that you guys are reconnecting, that you guys are talking again. And it's like maybe not so much like worry and put pressure on, is this going to be a relationship again? Is this going to be a relationship? Because it can still get there, but it's not going to get there if there's this anxiety going on. If you're having like stress and you're losing sleep over it, it's kind of just like be grateful in the moment. Like if you guys weren't talking before and you're talking now, it's like just be grateful that you're talking. Like that's a step in the right direction right there. So try not to have too much anxiety or stress, which I know is easier said than done, because I myself has kind of been in this energy recently as well, which was one of the reasons I didn't go live last Friday. I was like, I got too much 9 of wands or 9 of swords going on here. So don't do that. Don't stress yourself out. Don't psych yourself out, because 9 times out of 10, it's just your own mind kind of playing games on you, not what's actually going on. But let's see what else we got here. We have the Empress. So I do feel like Malcolm sees you as the Empress, and the Empress is the embodiment of all the queens. So, she's very powerful. She's very beautiful. She's the mother. She's the lover. She's charismatic. She's sexy. She's confident in her money. She's confident in her personal life. She's got it all going on. So I do feel like he sees you in like a very high and lofty kind of position. Hopefully not like on a pedestal way where he feels like he's worse than you or something, but he does see you in a positive light. So that's a good thing. What days will you be live so I can be here to help? Every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, Heather. I so appreciate that. So Mondays and Fridays, you get to start your week with me, you get to end your week with me. And I really appreciate that. All right, let's see what else is going on here with Malcolm. Malcolm and Isabel. We have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups, especially in this deck, to me, for some reason, it kind of reminds me of like the genie in a bottle in a weird way. Like this unicorn is wearing like this little beret on top of it and everything. And basically it's like everything that this unicorn wants is just a wish away, basically. So, you're just 1 cup shy of that 10 of Cups. And we all know, the 10 of Cups is basically ultimate fulfillment emotionally. So I do feel like you can make that wish fulfillment come true. You can make that happen with him. But I think the best way to do it is to not have like anxiety about it and not worry about it and not stress about it. Kind of just like go with the flow, allow it to happen naturally, kind of a thing. Enjoy the moment, be thankful for every moment. Because you know what, like one day you guys probably will be together, and then, you can kind of just look back at all this and be just like, what was I so worried for? Like, what was wrong with me? I had all that anxiety for nothing. I put myself through torture for nothing. Let me see. Let me get a couple more for you, and then I'm going to move on to the next person. But I definitely appreciate you coming here. It means a lot to me. And we have the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups is kind of about like dwelling on missed opportunities, because this unicorn is focusing very hard on the 3 cups that have spilled over, but it's not giving any attention to the 2 that are right here that are perfectly full and perfectly good. So, maybe that's a part of the issue here where maybe some of this anxiety comes from dealing with him, is maybe you think a lot about like those past battles that maybe you guys have been through together. And you think about like how maybe things went wrong. And instead of thinking about that, think about what's going right. Think about what's happening that's good between the 2 of you. Like I said, the fact that you guys are talking again. So, yeah, a lot of just like focus on the good, focus on the positive kind of stuff. Let me get one more. But I definitely think the potential for you guys to come back together it's definitely there. It's definitely there, but it's kind of also up to you. It's kind of up to like your mind frame. It's up to like what your thoughts are, what your emotions are, because they definitely affect what's going on around you. And we have the 10 of Swords. Now, don't get freaked out because I know this card is a little scary. And honestly, this is my least favorite card in the entire deck, simply because I don't like the fact that it's a dead unicorn. I'm like, it just makes me sad. And usually the 10 of Swords is an ending of something. I feel like what this needs to be an end of is the anxiety, not like the ending of the two of you, because you guys did just start talking again and everything. But I feel like this just needs to be an end to any negative thinking, any anxiety, any stress. And, it's like even asking a question, like, will we get back together? There's nothing wrong with wondering that. But at the same time, it's just like it kind of takes you out of going with the flow and just allowing things to happen naturally and unfold naturally. It's just like, enjoy every season that you're in, because once you guys are together, you're never going to go back to the season that you were in before. And then there may be certain things that you may have missed about that season that you didn't realize were actually good things. So put an end to the negativity and any, defeating thoughts when it comes to it. And I think you guys can definitely have like completely getting together and working that out. So hopefully that makes sense and helps. I just noticed you mentioned a comment here. I'm so utterly happy we are talking again. He came and found me and we lost touch for 5 years. Well, that's awesome. Like, I totally get that, like I kind of had something like that happen for me as well. Like, there was somebody who was out of my life for 20 years and I wound up like reconnecting with that person. So yeah. And I see there may be more paid people coming in, but I will check that in a minute. And thank you, Heather. You are awesome. You are a superstar. I see you just like pounding the pavement there for me. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I definitely hope that helps you, Isabel, because I think the potential is definitely there. You just need to like not stress about it, not get too in your head about it. All right, let me see. I got to remember here who was next because I know there's been other things going on. No, wrong app. I'm like, my bank was about to come up like, hey, you want to look at me? No, Chase, I'm not going to look at you right now. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's hilarious. Like I figured I would just share this with you guys right now. My PayPal balance as of right now is literally 6161, which is kind of funny. That's so awesome. Okay. All righty. So Isabel, Natalie, I believe you are next. So you ordered a grande as well. Did you put down your question or do I? Oh, I think you did. My question is, what can I expect for connection in 2021? Thank you. And thank you, I think, to the other Heather. Thank you to all the Heathers, basically. Okay. Thank you, Amaze. Thank you for donating. I so appreciate that. Okay. All right. I got you, Natalie. We're going to find out what's happening for your connection in 2021. That's a good question because we are at the start of a brand new year. Hopefully this year won't be 2020 2.0, although the first week of it, at least on a collective level, dealing with the world, hasn't necessarily seemed that way. But we'll see what comes through. All right. What's happening for Natalie and her connection in 2021? What does she need to know here? Let us know. Let us know. Yes, just relax. Get rid of some of that anxiety, Isabel. I know, easier said than done. I get it, but you can do it. I believe in you. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, this one likes to come out apparently a lot tonight. We got the 2 of Cups. So that's a pretty good start, Natalie. It seems like there may be some potential for union basically here because when I see this, I basically kind of think union, I think two becoming one, partnership, all that good stuff. So there's definitely potential for that. Let's see what else we get besides that Two of Cups, but that's a good start. So, and you know what's really funny, you guys? I have to do the research and find out what the reasoning is behind it. But if you guys watch Liz from Guided by Angels, I know like a million times she has said on her channel that twin flames are going to be coming together from like 2020 to 2024, that there's going to be like a lot of unions happening between then and now. So I don't know what the reasoning is for that. I may have to ask her or research that or something, but I guess it's a thing. So hopefully that'll be happening for all of you guys. So we'll see what's going on. But all right, Natalie in 2021. Let's see what's going on. Can you guys believe it? Like 2001 was like 20 years ago. That's crazy. Makes me feel old. Anyway. All right. So we've got the devil here, which goes to tell me that, yes, you still have your Two of Cups, which is good, but there may be some work that needs to be done before getting to that Two of Cups this year. There may be some toxic, negative, not so great stuff that may need to be worked out, some karma. This could be addictions, bad behaviors. It can be a lot of different things. So, take it as it resonates for you. But but there definitely is probably going to be some not so great stuff that's probably going to be worked out, some kind of temptations that are going to be beaten pretty much. But yeah, like you can definitely get through it. I think this will probably happen after the fact of this. Like, this happening after this doesn't make any sense. But before you get there, I do believe there's probably going to be a few tests, a few challenges along the road. But I don't think it's anything that is going to be like, majorly earth shattering. It's the devil, it's not the tower. So probably just some negative, toxic thinking and stuff that needs to go away, because most of the time I find majority of the problem starts in the mind. The battlefield basically starts in the mind pretty much. So everything else is just gravy pretty much after that. So there may be some negative strongholds in your mind that you may need to work through this year, but nothing that you can't overcome. And this backs it up because we've got the Nine of Swords coming through here again. And I know that came through for Isabel, but it's coming through for you too. So there's probably going to be some anxiety and sleepless nights during 2021. And I feel like that's definitely tied to this devil energy. So I do feel like there's going to be some mental battles, kind of like some spiritual warfare stuff you're basically going to have to overcome during 2021, but I do think you're strong enough that you can definitely overcome it, but you are going to be dealing with some of that stuff. The fact that the Two of Cups came out first definitely shows me that it's worth fighting for sure. It's worth going for. Let's see what else we got here for you. And I just saw my phone light up with another PayPal, but I will check that after I'm done here with this reading. And we have the Seven of Wands. You know what? Let me check on my little booklet here, because some of these like seem to come out a lot, and some of them, for whatever reason, don't like to come out a lot. I flipped right open to it. Perfect. All right, the Seven of Wands. Well, this kind of already adds up with what's happening here. Challenges coming at you from all directions. Just can I talk? Challenges coming at you from all directions as you stand to defend your beliefs, just like the unicorn. It may seem like you are outnumbered, but if you stand firm and confident in your abilities, you will win, win, win no matter what. You aren't a fighter, but you will defend your territory. Perseverance, challenge, integrity. So, yeah, like I was saying, there's going to be some challenges, but, it also said right there that you're always going to win, win, win. So, I do believe that you're going to overcome whatever challenges come your way. And I do feel most of those challenges are probably going to be mental. It's going to be like, something circumstantial may happen in like the moment that may upset you, but then you're going to be like, I can overcome this. I can deal with this. So it's not going to be easy getting to that Two of Cups. You're definitely going to have some road blocks and road bumps, some challenges there, but I definitely think you can get to it. So it's going to be an entertaining ride. That's for sure. And there are probably going to be some endings there too, because we have the Ten of Swords. And, the Ten of Swords came out not that long ago either. So the Ten of Swords is, endings. And I do feel like there's going to be some of those. It could be some of this toxic stuff that's going to be ending so you can get to your Two of Cups. But probably whatever it is that's not serving you in your life, whatever it is that's not good for you, whatever it is that's going to prevent you from getting to here is pretty much what is going to wind up dying and ending and passing away pretty much. Let me get you one more. So a lot of challenges. I wish I had better news for you in the challenges department, but I do think there's something worth fighting for. So I almost kind of like intuitively get the feeling that the Two of Cups, it may not happen until closer to the end of the year. Just because we have all these other cards about like challenges and obstacles and things to overcome in the meantime. So that may not happen until like closer to the end of the year if there's that much stuff that has to happen first. But let's see what we get for one more card for you. We have the Nine of Wands, and I know this one came out earlier too, which is basically the wounded warrior. You've been through the battle, you've been through the war, you have been hurt, you've been down and out, you've been to hell and back, but you persevere, you push through anyway, you keep going, you don't give up. And I think that's a good reminder that, yeah, the shit may hit the fan. It may hit the fan this year. There may be some things that you're going to have to deal with that are not so pretty. And I wish I could hold these better right now, but you're not going to give up. You're going to keep going. And I think that it's a good thing that you do because it is going to lead you to this. And the fact that this came out first, I feel like is a very strong reminder to you with that. Like, don't give up. It may look bleak. It may look like the opposite is going on than what you actually want to be going on at times, but don't give up. So, yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps you out there. So I know it's not easy going through that stuff. So, but thank you so much, Natalie. I really appreciate your question and your time and everything. So, alrighty, let me see. You're very welcome, Natalie. All right. Thank you for reminding me, Heather. I was just about to look at my phone and you said it right there. Amy. All right. Let me just double check and make sure I got like the right orders here for people. Okay. All right. So Amy is a Venti. All right. So we got combination tarot and oracle. What is your question, Amy? Let me see. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can find it. If you posted it already. If not, I'll wait for your question to come in because I'm definitely ready to get to you next, Amy. Make sure I didn't miss it here. Just scrolling through. Let's see. Just double checking. And Heather, you are awesome. You are definitely like a superstar here. I so appreciate it. Hi, Janie. All right, thank you. I'm waiting for Amy's question right now because she's up next for her Venti. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it. Like her order came in I'm just scrolling up through here through the chat, making sure I didn't miss her question. I got Isabel's, I got Natalie's. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. Amy, what can you tell me about my connection with my specific romantic connection? Of course, I can answer that for you. All right. I think I found you, Amy. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's find out what's going on with Amy and her romantic connection. All right. We're going to do a little bit of tarot first, and then I'll pull some oracle cards for you. I got to think about what oracle cards I want to pull from. Something lovey-dovey related. But we will see. All right. What does Amy need to know? What does Amy need to know dealing with her love connection? Let's see what we got here. All right. So we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is basically kind of like going on a new journey, is what it comes down to. So you may be headed for like a new chapter, basically, in this connection. And I know that, everyone talks about like, oh, the twin flame journey or whatever. And, it really is a journey. It's not just about crossing the finish line or whatever. It's not just about getting to the destination. Sometimes it's about taking the scenic route. So there may be a little bit of taking that scenic route happening right now. But there definitely seems to be a new phase that's happening, a new chapter that's happening. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on what that new chapter may be, what that new beginning may be. But definitely seems like there's a new journey that you guys are embarking upon. Let's see what else we got here for Amy. So we have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is about making decisions, which actually kind of makes sense here with this new journey. So maybe you guys are kind of at a crossroads right now where, either you or him or the both of you may need to make some decisions on where it is exactly you want to take this connection, where exactly you want to take this relationship, where you want to take things next. So it seems like there's definitely some choices that need to be made here, which will probably lead down that new journey wherever it is you guys are going to go. So it seems like there's definitely some decisions here that need to be made going on lately on your side, his side, or both. Which I totally understand because I myself am kind of going through something like that similarly right now too. So if you're currently going through that, I totally feel you because I get that. Not always easy making those big life decisions. And we have the Magician, and the Magician is all about, basically creating your own life. The Magician has all of the tools that he needs at his disposal. He's got the sword, he's got the pentacle, he's got the cup, he's got the wand, he's got everything that he needs in order to manifest his best life ever, his dream life, his ultimate fulfillment. So I feel like whatever it is that you want in this love connection, you can manifest it. So whatever choice you make, whatever decision you make, it can have the capability to take you down the road, to take you down the journey to having your ultimate fulfillment with this person, to having your best life. Like all of the tools are at your disposal here. And the other interesting thing about this card specifically is the Magician just so happens to have the infinity symbol right up above his head, which, is forever. So to me, that definitely says like, this is kind of like a forever bond, it's like through life and death and beyond death, you guys will always have this connection. So it's kind of like no matter what choice you decide to make, you guys are still going to be connected. You guys are still going to be on some kind of journey, some kind of adventure together. But to basically trust yourself in making whatever these choices are, because you have the ability to do it. You have the ability to, create your best life here. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what else is going on for Amy. Amy and her love connection. Ooh, you're going to love this one. And I always get really excited when this one comes out. The Four of Wands, 1111 union. So, I think everybody gets really excited when they see this card, myself included. But I think that, once again, no matter what you decide, no matter what decisions you make here, you have the capability to create that union, basically. And there may be a journey in order to get there, but you can definitely make it here. You can definitely have your Four of Wands, 1111 union with this person. So that's pretty awesome. Let me pull you one more, and then I'll pull you a few oracle cards. And we'll see what else we need to know dealing with your situation. All right. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is pretty much about you reap what you sow. So what you put out into the world is what you get back from it. If you're being a bully, if you're being mean, if you're being negative, if you're putting people down, then people are going to treat you like shit. But if you're loving, if you're caring, if you're a supportive person, if you're encouraging to people, you're going to get all that love sent right back to you. So, once again, it's kind of like you're the magician. You have the ability to create the life that you want. You have the ability to, reap what you sow, like reap the benefits, reap the best things. And, if you want to reap 1111 union with this person, it can totally happen. So it's like, the choice here is yours. There may be decisions that you need to make. You may be at the crossroads with that, but, be confident in yourself. Have faith that, you know better than you realize. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, because it knows more than you realize. But let me pull a few oracle cards here for you. Let's see. We're going to go with the other journey of love and get some more love messages here for you, which is always good. All right. What does Amy need to know in her romantic connection? What does she need to know? What does she need to know? Let's see what we got here. All right. So we have, I wish for a fresh start. So, it's kind of what I was saying at the very beginning with, going on a new journey, going on a new chapter, basically dealing with this person. So it seems like there is a fresh start that is ahead for you guys. And I do feel like it's a good one because you had like a lot of other good cards come out there with those tarot cards. So there's definitely a fresh start that is a brewing. And let's see what else we have. We've got shadows. This feels like torture. So I feel like any times where, maybe you have been separated from this person or things have not been the best, I feel like it's definitely been hard on the other person. I definitely feel like it's been, torturous on them pretty much, and it probably has for you too. If it's feeling bad on your end, it's probably feeling bad on their end too, even if they're not going to like acknowledge it and say it to you. But this may be the place where you guys are at currently. It could be where you guys have been at before, but I feel like you guys are going to be coming out of this soon because, like I said, there is that fresh start that is going to be coming. And let's see what else we have here. We have destiny. I want forever with you. So, that kind of reminds me of the 1111 union card because that's basically destiny. And it also reminds me of, like on the magician card here, where the magician unicorn has the infinity symbol up above its head, that's forever. This person is saying forever. So they definitely feel that forever, that infinity symbol, like that's definitely a thing. It's definitely a feel, it's a vibe in your connection without a doubt. So it's a mood. It's a mood, it's a thing. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else. We have, I'm so tired of dancing alone depression. So there may have been some depression to battle through this. I mean, honestly, like reading for you right now, Amy, in a lot of ways is almost kind of like reading for myself because the situation feels a little too familiar. Um, but yeah, there could be some depression going on dealing with the situation. Maybe you've been a little depressed or they've been a little depressed, or maybe both of you have, which kind of makes sense here because if there's been like this shadowy time and, like feeling that torture of being alone and everything. So, yeah. And not only that, but just like being in the pandemic right now, a lot of people are alone as it is because, people have to quarantine and be isolated and stuff. And that can just be a depressing time in general for anybody. So, you may have been experiencing this, the other person may have been experiencing that. But like I said, I don't feel like that's going to be lasting forever because there's a lot of ways that you guys can change that. And it looks like it's definitely on the horizons, just a few decisions that need to be made and you utilizing the tools that are in front of you, and you can definitely have like a healthy happily ever after with this person. I'm so glad it's resonating. That's amazing. Like as I'm reading this, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm reading for myself right now. Like, am I reading for Amy or am I reading for me? Maybe I'm reading for both of us. Who knows? But anyways, let me pull one more for you. But I'm glad it makes sense for sure. Like I totally can relate, so I understand your situation. And I regret letting you go, moving on. So, if this person has been in and out of your life before, like maybe you guys were together before, maybe you're not right now, they definitely have regrets about that. They probably have regrets about how they've treated you before, if they haven't treated you necessarily the best of ways. But now with moving on, I don't feel like it's like you guys need to move on from each other. I feel like it's time to move on from this. It's time to move on from, it feels like torture, shadows. It's time to move on from the depression. It's time to move on from the crappy stuff, basically. So you guys can, manifest the life that you guys want to have together. So just remember, I feel like the most important card here right now for you guys is the Magician and the Two of Swords. Just, make some choices, start manifesting that life that you guys want to have together, and you can totally reap what you sow, which is the best of the best here. That Four of Wands, it can be yours. So I'm so glad that made sense. I'm so glad it helped. So and thank you for coming out and being a part of the live here, doing a reading with me and everything. Like, I definitely appreciate it. Let me check. Let me see how many people I have really quick in the lineup here, and I'll let you know, Heather. But I really appreciate it. Let me see who is next. Let me refresh. Okay. Let me view all my activity. All right. Oh, okay. I was like, who is this person? Never mind. Now I see you, Shanta Vanine. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in line. We have a tall Venti. Okay. No, you don't need to close it just yet. That's all good. But thank you, Heather. We can keep it open for right now. It's totally fine. I'm doing pretty good. I can keep going for a little while longer. Okay. So next is at least according to my PayPal, because that's kind of what I'm going by right now. I'm going in on orders as they come in on PayPal. We're going to go with Shantavani because she got an oracle card reading. Let me, if I don't see your question in the chat, like just put it back in the chat when I get to your question. Otherwise, I have to scroll back up and look for it. I think I just found you. Okay, Shantavani. My question is about a guy who has been contacting me, but I'm not sure about his motives. We met at a party and texted for a little while afterwards, but never went out on a date. So you're basically asking about his motives? I think that's what you're asking for, are his motives towards you. If so, I got the perfect oracle cards in mind for you. But yes, Shantavani, we're going to find out about this guy. All right, yes, his motives. All right, let's find out about this guy from the party and his motives. We're going to go with a little ocean of emotion here and do a little emotion check on this guy. All right, what are his motives towards Shantavani? What are his motives towards her? The guy at the party. Let's find out. Hopefully positive ones. We don't need any weirdos. Right? I mean, there's already enough of those in the world. All right. Well, we have seductive. Every night in my dreams, you seduce me. So he's definitely attracted to you. That's for sure. I'm not 100% sure if this is like, just a booty call kind of thing or if he sees you as more than that, but he is definitely attracted to you. That's for sure. We're going to keep going to see if this is just skin deep or if there's something more. Yeah, no weirdos. We don't want no weirdos. That's for sure. All right. He finds you attractive. What else? What else does he think? What else does this party guy think? We have secrets. I hate not knowing what's going on. So I feel like he's curious to get to know you better. It's almost kind of like you're sitting here asking about his motives, and it's like he kind of wants to know about your motives too. So I feel like this is kind of a mutual suspicion in a weird way. So yeah, he wants to get to know you better too, which so far is a good thing because I feel like if he just wanted to get into your pants only, then he probably wouldn't care. He wouldn't want to know what your motives are. He wouldn't care like to know more about you. So I think that's a good thing. He's definitely curious. He has such a crush, but I pay him no mind. Well, that's probably why he's wondering. He's like, I hate not knowing what's going on. So yeah, he's curious. So in the sense of just like leaning back and being a girl and being like all mysterious, kind of like a high priestess, you've got that down pat. So you're driving him crazy with that, which is a good thing. So it's like a good kind of crazy. But let's see what else we got here. We have relaxed. I found peace again. So he feels very relaxed around you. He feels comfortable around you. So, so far we got some really good vibes going on here. So the more cards I pull, the less of like a just booty call kind of guy I'm getting. But he definitely feels relaxed and chill when he's around you. And we have empathy. I feel your pain more than you know, empathetic. So this may even be like a soul level kind of connection, because if he can kind of like feel what you're feeling, which totally makes sense here, especially with, don't drop the cards, especially with the secrets and the fact that, you're asking about him and his motives and he wants to know about you as well. Like, you guys are kind of like mirroring in a sense. You guys are kind of like feeling the same things towards each other. So you guys are definitely like on the same wavelength for sure in terms of empathy. Let me see. What else is going on with this party guy? How else is he feeling? We have integrity. I'm trying to do the right thing. So this is a very, very, very good card, especially in this type of question. Because, if you're worried about him being shady, being a player, not having the best intentions, well, guess what? He is trying to do the right thing. So he probably does not see you as a booty call. He does not see you as just like another girl to, try and get into your pants or anything. So I definitely feel like he sees you as someone who is worthy and someone who's valuable. He's attracted to you, of course, but, the fact that he also feels relaxed and everything, he wants to do the right thing by you. So he doesn't want to be like the weirdo, creepy guy. That's for sure. So he's trying to do the right thing. It's like he wants to play it cool and he wants to get to know you, but he doesn't want to be like overbearing about it either and like totally freak you out. So yeah, it's kind of like that weird little dance. Let me get one more for you. Oh, well, I'm going to get one more on this one because this one does not blend in with everything else. We have anger. There's a burning rage inside of me. So I'm going to get a clarifier on this one just because it makes absolutely no sense with everything else that came out. But sometimes if I can get a clarifier on it, it'll actually make sense. Like, what? Like, everything else was so good here. Why would we be angry? That's so out of place, It's like duck, 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 goose. And that anger card is the goose. It doesn't make any sense. So let's get a clarifier on that. Okay, so he has some kind of anger in him about regret. I am filled with fear and doubt. Okay, so I don't feel like his anger is connected to you. I feel like this may be something from his past that's coming out. So one of the reasons why he may be trying so hard to do the right thing when it comes to things dealing with you is he may be basically angry at himself about something dealing with his own past that he has regrets over. Like maybe there was an ex or something like that and things didn't go right. And maybe he felt like the same like healthy, good vibes, good connection like he's feeling with you right now. And maybe something happened and he screwed it up and maybe he still has regrets about that. And I think he doesn't want to deflect this onto you is what it comes down to. But there is a chance he could have a little bit of baggage, which is not unusual. We all have baggage. We all have stuff that we carry in from previous relationships or family issues or friendships or whatever it is that we've been through in life. So I feel like this is kind of just like his own personal garbage. I don't think it's necessarily tied to you, but just something to be aware of. It's something that could come up like down the road. But I feel like his overall energy towards you, though, is good. He wants to do the right thing by you, and he really just wants to get to know you better. So I would say overall, this guy sounds like he's pretty good. Has some things to work out like we all do, but take it one day at a time, take it slow, continue to get to know him, and I think you'll be okay. So hopefully that helps out. But thank you, Shantavani. I really appreciate it. All right, let me see who's next. Get back into PayPal. Huda, you are next. So, and Rosie, I purchased a Grande, accidentally sent 2 split payment total. Okay, that's fine. I mean, as long as it's there, like that's not a problem. Okay, so let me refresh really quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so I got Huda, Jane, or actually, I don't. Just a heads up, you guys, if you don't want me to like say like your name, your real name in the chat or whatever, because I know some people have like privacy preferences and stuff, make sure you put your username in the description in your payment. Just as a heads up, you guys, because I don't want to like be like, raw. So yes, but I got Huda, Jane, Brianna, Alexandra and Morrison, at least from PayPal right now, from what I'm looking at. But Huda, let me see in the chat here. Oh, that's you, Amaze. Okay, Amaze Tarot. Got it. What can I expect in my connection with Aquarius in 2021? We are not in communication right now. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me get into the tarot first, and then we'll pull those oracle cards for you. All right. What does Amaze need to know with her Aquarius? Not in communication right now, which is funny because we are in the age of Aquarius right now, you guys. So hopefully that'll be a good sign for you. And Aquarius season is coming up too. You know, that's going to be coming up by the end of the month, which is also going to be soon time for my mom's birthday in February because she's an Aquarius. But that's besides the point. All right, let's see what's happening for you, Amaze. Let's see what's going to happen here with your connection. Let's see what's going on. All right. So we have the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands is someone who's definitely thinking sexy thoughts, but they're not really doing anything about it. You know, the pages, they don't usually take a lot of action. Pages are more like they kind of just sit back and they kind of watch, they kind of observe, they kind of just think about things. But considering wands are very passionate and very fiery, I do believe that your Aquarius is having like passionate, fiery thoughts about you. They're just not stepping forward and doing anything about it. They're just, you know, sitting back, hanging back. He may be like, you know, going online and looking at your pictures or something like that, and pleasuring himself basically. So there could be a lot of that going on right now as of the moment. So I will let her know a happy early birthday to her. So yay, my mama and her birthday. I should do like a birthday reading or something like that for my mom. I don't know. She literally put on like the age of Aquarius when it was like Aquarius, the age of Aquarius started. Like she put on like the old music from like the 60s or 70s or whatever it is. She was like, it's the age of me. Like, Mom, you're so cheesy. Okay. We have Justice. So wherever there's been like unbalance between the two of you, I do believe things are going to get balanced out. Justice will be served. You know, if you have felt hurt from this person, you know, those wrongs are going to be righted. But at the same token, you know, if there have been ways that you've hurt them, you know, that's going to have to be worked out and everything too. So justice is definitely coming. It is on the way. Let's see what else we have. I feel like they're going to have to like get out of that Page of Wands energy before that justice can come. They can't just like sit there and basically drool all over you with their thoughts. They need to like step up and do something before that justice can come. But I do think it's going to come. And they probably see you as the Queen of Cups. So, you know, the Queen of Cups is someone who's full of love, full of unconditional love. You know, I also see the Queen of Cups as somebody who loves herself. You know, she's someone who is full of self-love. So I feel like you've probably already been doing a lot of work on yourself and taking care of yourself. And I feel like your Aquarius probably recognizes that and knows that. And that's probably where this like, ooh, I'm feeling all hot and bothered and I'm going to watch you kind of a thing comes in. But they definitely see you as the Queen of Cups, someone who's just very warm and caring, which is a good thing because, I mean, they don't see you as like the Queen of Swords at least, which is good because that would be somebody who would be very cold. And the Queen of Cups is, you know, very much not like that at all. She's very warm and loving and caring and just full of love. And this is a great thing. And I feel like this is a card that keeps popping out tonight, you guys. But we got the Two of Cups. So I do believe that you guys could have some union here. You could have some togetherness, partnership coming together, basically. And that very well could be what your justice may wind up being. It would be nice if we could find out how you're going to get there, because like I said, you can't just go from like page of wands to two of cups and justice like overnight. There's got to be a process to get there. And I feel like you and him are kind of like on two different levels right now, because if you're a queen and he's a page, like you want a king, you want like a king of wands instead of like a page of wands. And it's funny because even though like cups and wands is basically like fire and water, they're two like very different things. At the same time, if you think about it, when you put fire and water together, you get steam. So I feel like, whatever happens between the two of you guys, it can be very, very steamy, which is probably why he's being a page right now. And just kind of like, I don't know why I keep getting like that weird feeling like he's just sitting there like just watching your pictures or something online, or he's like saved pictures to his phone or something like that, and it's like he's just sitting there pleasuring himself, which is just like dude, stop doing that and start making some actions. So yeah, it's going to take a long time if he's especially being that page like he seems to be right now. He's got to come out of that page energy. That's the big issue. I feel like it can happen, but got to get out of that page energy. That's the thing. Okay. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. So this could be either you or him, so take it as it resonates. But the Eight of Swords is basically somebody who feels like they're in their own prison, pretty much. And since swords is a very mental kind of energy, it's like whatever this prison is, it's all mental. It's not something that either one of you are actually stuck in. This unicorn here could easily just like step out of these bandages and walk through the swords and get along with its life, but it's not. It's stuck there. It's convinced itself that it can't move. So there may be some illusions surrounding either you or him where you guys kind of need to like break through that stuff and break through the mental strongholds that are in your minds that are holding you back from moving forward. And I feel like it may be more so him than you, because at least with you, you're like a queen here, you're regal, you know what you're doing, you got it going on. But with him being a page, I feel like it's probably him who has put himself here in a box, basically, where it's like he won't move forward when he easily can. Like he's not in a jail, he just thinks he is. So I feel like it's probably him more so than anything else. Let me get a few oracle cards here for you. I'm feeling some ocean of emotion with you two. Kind of just see like where the emotions are at with you guys. Him, he keeps us stuck. Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling. I was feeling like it was him, because he's the one in that page energy. So, but just keep staying in that queen energy and keep like taking care of you, keep praying for him. Like the more you do that, like he's eventually going to have to rise up to that. It may take him a while. He may be slow and annoying, but he'll get there. He'll get there. So just keep doing the right thing, most importantly for you, and he'll get there. But once he does, like I said, I think justice will be there, as well as your Two of Cups with him. All right, let's see. What else is going on with these two? Oh, the irony. I was literally just talking about this Eight of Swords here and the fact that he's put himself into a mental prison, and we have limited. There's nothing I can do about it right now. What I tell you, this is him. This is definitely him putting himself in that mental prison. He feels he's limited. He may not be, and I don't feel like he's anywhere near as limited as he makes himself out to be, but that's how he sees himself, which is why he's not coming forward. So he definitely needs to like break out of that mental stronghold pretty much. And that's probably what he needs the most prayer on too. He probably just needs prayer to like have the strength to see that clarity, have the strength to step out of that. But yeah, he's feeling limited. And we have Muse. You made me feel alive again. But I do feel like, he sees you as that Queen of Cups, basically, his muse. And that's why you have to keep remaining in that queen energy. It doesn't matter whether it's cups or any of the other ones. But keep being in that energy, because the more that you are, you're going to inspire him. The more you are that muse to him, basically. And it may be slow, but he can eventually get there and get you to that point of like actually making some progress and going from being that page to that knight to that king, pretty much. So definitely keep doing that, because he sees you in a positive light. He's just kind of being a dork about it right now, which a lot of the times they are. A lot of the times they sure are. And we have unhealthy. I need help. So once again, I feel like this is him, because you're in that queen energy. But yeah, he, just like you've been working on yourself, he needs to work on himself. And it's like, instead he would rather just like sit there and kind of like engage in unhealthy stuff rather than the healthy stuff right now. Like, yeah, it's nice that he may find you attractive and he may save pictures of you or whatever and like pleasure himself, but there are healthier things he could do to move this forward than doing that, you know? So, yes, I'm just focused on myself and becoming the best person I can be. Yeah, like definitely keep doing that, because he's not. Not right now at least, but that doesn't mean he can't get there. He's got to get out of that page energy. That's the problem. He's being such a page right now. Um Healing. I know we can fix what has broken. So it definitely seems like there is some more healing that needs to happen between the two of you guys. And, granted, yes, you are working on yourself, and that is a great thing. And definitely keep doing that. But, he clearly has a lot of healing he needs to work on. But if he has some healing to do, chances are there still may be a little bit that you may still have to do, at least for yourself. So I feel like this card still would probably go to the both of you. More so him, definitely, especially with the fact that he is feeling unhealthy. But there is healing that needs to happen and come along here. And I feel like once it does, like I said, there will be justice. There will be that Two of Cups. Yeah, a lot of healing. That's just going to take like a lot of time of prayer, a lot of time of just like kind of doing your own thing, him doing his own thing, but it can definitely get there. Let me get one more for you guys. And we have sabotage. Things aren't always as they appear. So I feel like his big problem as to why he is not healing, why he's basically staying being a page, why he's you know, being unhealthy is probably a lot of self-sabotage. So, he's the one not seeing things right. Clearly, he's not the one seeing things right because he feels limited. He's got himself in this, where is that card? He's got himself in this little mental prison and everything. So yeah, he has some healing to do. He's got some self-sabotage he needs to stop doing. But yeah, it may be a little bit of a long road. It's probably going to take some time. And I feel like this is a common thread that I usually tell a lot of people. And I don't just tell people this because of their own situations, but even just from experience myself, is it takes a lot of faith and it takes a lot of patience. But you can definitely get there. And like I said, justice and the Two of Cups were there. So I do feel like the possibility to make it to where you want to be is definitely there. It's just going to take time. So hopefully that helps. Thank you very much. I appreciate the reading. You are amazing. Oh, thank you. I am definitely so glad that like you guys are just like coming out and we're figuring out a way to work out the system here between PayPal and the chat and the live and everything else, because I know it's frustrating not being able to do super chats, you guys. But hopefully we'll get to the point where that can happen. I just gotta get to those 1,000 subscribers. All right, so Brianna, you are next. Oh wait, no. Is it Brianna who's next? Wait, I just lost track. Because I was just going off of Heather's, but I think there's also a Jane. I think there was a Jane that came in too. Well, let me take Brianna because I see her question right here. And then I think there's a Jane as well. I'm going to do Jane after Brianna. Oh, Jane is next. Okay. All right. I'm like, where am I? Okay. So, Jane, I'm going to take care of you. Then, Brianna, you are definitely next afterwards. Okay. All right. I think Jane's question was actually in the chat or in the thing. What is G's current feelings for me and the action he is going to take towards me? All right. All right, Jane. Let's see about G's current feelings and if he's going to take action. All right. Since you did order a Venti, and I was literally just dealing with the ocean of emotion. Okay, so Jane, we're going to find out about G's feelings first. So we're going to go with ocean of emotion. Oh, that's okay. It's no problem. I don't know how it's like coming in on the chat as opposed to like how it's coming in on my PayPal. Maybe some of them flip flop a little bit, but we'll work it out. Either way, I'm definitely getting to everyone's questions who paid. So if you paid for a question, you will definitely be getting an answer for me. And the one person who's getting a free reading tonight is Heather, because she has been amazing and like helping me out so much. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together, right, Heather? Okay. All right, Jane. So we got, I think it was G. Yes, G. G's feelings. That's why I'm just going right back to the ocean of emotion here. What are G's feelings? What are G's feelings for Jane? We've got, I've been lying to myself and you, deceive. So basically, whatever G has been kind of like putting across towards you is probably not necessarily what is going on underneath. It's not the truth of the matter. So if G has been like cold towards you and maybe, you know, not exactly like acting like the friendliest or whatever, then the truth is like they probably actually feel more feelings for you than you realize. And they're not just deceiving you when it comes to this, but they're deceiving themselves. So, you know, they like, if they're, like I said, if they're acting like they don't care about you, then probably they do. And that seems to happen a lot in these situations. But yeah, they're probably acting like they don't care about you when they do. And the biggest thing that they're doing is more so deceiving themselves, because it's like you can't be honest with anybody else if you can't be honest with yourself. Let's see what else we got here. Oop, this one just, oh man, I hate it when it goes like right underneath the chair. Hold on one second. I gotta dig. It's like right under the chair, and the chair is like up against the bed, and it's like a whole thing here. I gotta go down here and now dig for it. Where did it go? Ah! Where is it? Oh my gosh. Aha. Okay. I found it. Unhealthy. Oh my gosh. That was a lot of work just to get unhealthy, which is never something anyone should do, is just like get unhealthy. All right. All right. So unhealthy, which is funny because we just had that one pop up before. I need help. So G may be dealing with some stuff right now. Let me pull a few more cards here to find out what we're feeling unhealthy about here. Let's see. What's going on, G? What's going on? I swear these cards do not want to stay in my hands right now. Okay, we have worried. It feels like I'm carrying the weight of the world. So I feel like this definitely explains the unhealthy card. G is probably feeling unhealthy because it seems like he's a bit overwhelmed. The stress of life seems to be getting to him right now, which I don't feel like has anything to do with you. I just feel like I said, if he's acting, cold and weird towards you, he's probably deceiving you because he's deceiving himself. And it's probably because he's going through a lot. And a lot of people are going through a lot right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are in quarantine. People don't have a lot of money. People have lost their jobs. There's a lot of stuff going on. What is my specific person's current feelings for me, and what actions are they going to take towards? Yes, that's what we're working on right now, Jane, or Janie, however you want me to call you. But yeah, I do feel like he has a lot going on right now that is affecting him, and it's not like basically he's distracted. I feel like he's distracted with other things. Like he's distracted with worries. He's not like feeling the best. He's feeling unhealthy right now because of these worries. So I feel like he's distracted, which is probably why it seems like he doesn't care about you. Like we have deceive here. So it may not seem like he cares about you, but I feel like he does because he's also deceiving himself when it comes to this. But I do feel like he's distracted. It seems like he has just like other stresses in his life in general right now that seem to kind of be taking the forefront of his mind. Let's see. Let's see if we can get anything else, though, on how he's feeling for you. But it seems like a lot of his feelings right now are like he's overwhelmed with life. We have regret. I am filled with fear and doubt. So it seems like he probably has some fears when it comes to things dealing with you, which makes sense because it seems like he's overwhelmed with a lot of things right now, basically. He has some regrets, probably from mistakes and problems that have arose in the past, basically. So yeah, I feel like he's just kind of like a mess right now. He's kind of a mess in his head, a mess in his emotions. Let me see what else we got here. Hopefully we'll get some action in the situation out of the tarot, but we will see. We will see. If he's kind of got like all this junk going on in his head, it wouldn't surprise me if not a lot of action comes out of it, simply because if he really is overwhelmed just like with life right now, he just may not have the energy in him to do it, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, we have unstable. I'm walking a thin line between okay and being a complete mess. And like I said, I don't feel like this is all connected to you. I just feel like there are external things happening in his life right now. It could be his job, it could be his family, it could be financially, but I feel like whatever else is going on in his life, it's definitely making it so you're not a priority. That doesn't mean that he doesn't care about you. I just feel like he's so overwhelmed with everything else that he can't like make you the priority, even though I feel like he wants to, because, with the deceive card, it's like he cares, but he's not showing it. And I feel like the reason he's not showing it is there's like this baggage, there's this other stuff going on. But let me see here with the tarot. Let's see if he's going to make any action towards you, or if there's just anything else we need to know dealing with this period. Let's see. What does Jane need to know dealing with her person? I think she said his name was, or called him G or something like that from PayPal. Let's see. We've got the Five of Swords. Yeah, so the Five of Swords is all about conflict, pretty much. It's about conflict and just like tension and just not so great things, which seems to kind of be like where his life is at right now. So it seems like he has some conflict currently happening in his life. Like I said, it could be anything. It could be his career, it could be family, it could be a whole bunch of different things. But if he's dealing with some struggles, if he's dealing with some battles right now, outside of you with other things in his life, he's probably not going to make any action, at least not right now. That doesn't mean that he won't ever, but at least like the season of life that he's in right now, the current things he's currently dealing with right now in this moment, it's probably not as likely. But let me see what else is going on. And if that's the case, like that's okay, because you probably don't want someone to come towards you who is unhealthy anyways. It's probably best to let him kind of like figure out the crap that he's going through, and then he can come to you as like a healthy version of himself who's not dealing with a lot of different things. But let's see what else comes through. Is he going to take any action? Is he going to take any action? That's what we would really like to know here. Is he going to take any action? We have the Magician. So the Magician card is pretty much about like you having the tools at your disposal to create the life that you want. The Magician has all the tools that he needs right here. He's got his wand, his sword, his pentacle, his cup. He has it all. So I feel like if you do want to have like a new beginning with this person, if you want this person to be a part of your life and everything, all you have to do is like kind of create it yourself. Which I know you're asking, like, oh, is he going to come towards me? And I do believe that, he should be the one to come towards you. But if you want to create that reality of him coming towards you, it's going to mean you starting to do some things on a spiritual standpoint, on a mental standpoint, to kind of like help motivate that there. Which means if he's struggling right now, which it seems like he is, because we've got worry, we've got regret, we've got unstable. If he's struggling right now, probably the best thing you can do for him, honestly, is to pray for him. And a lot of people underestimate the power of prayer, because prayer is honestly the miracle thing here. Because instead of like running to the phone, it's like run to the throne. um, but yeah, it's like prayer does so much more than we realize. And if you're praying for him, it may help heal him, and it may help him get past whatever this junk is that he's dealing with a lot faster. And that's like you being the Magician. That's like you kind of helping, aiding things along here to make things better between the two of you, and to get him to that point where he can step forward to you, because he can't, obviously, if he is dealing with all this other crap. But that doesn't stop you from having the ability to be the Magician and to do like the spiritual work, pretty much dealing with it. And there's another Heather in here. Hi, Heather K. They are paid only tonight. I believe the other Heather can probably fill you in the chat. And there's also info in the description down below. But anyways, yes. So let's see what else we got here for Jane and G. We have strength. So I feel like with this card, it's basically saying that he does have the strength within. He does have the strength within to overcome whatever it is that he's dealing with right now. So he does have the strength to come forward, to come towards you, but it's probably going to take some time. And I think that, this is also like you as well, because you have the strength inside of you to, be there for him on that spiritual level, and to pray for him, and, to kind of intercede for him, basically. And if you notice, the one interesting thing about the Magician card and the Strength card is this unicorn has the infinity symbol up above it. And so does the Magician. They both have the infinity symbol up above it. So even if things seem hard right now and seem like a struggle right now, there is definitely a connection here, a forever kind of connection with the infinity symbol. So I definitely think that's pretty cool when stuff like that pops up. So let me pull one more for you, Jane. But I would say overall, Definitely pray for him. He's kind of like, he's just going through stuff right now. I think his feelings towards you are good, but I feel like he's just way too distracted by other things in his own life right now. He can't like focus on it. Um, but definitely pray for him. And it may take some time, but I think you guys can get there if you do the work like spiritually. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, is just one pentacle away from that 10, which is ultimate fulfillment. And the Nine of Pentacles is also like that single, sexy, confident, independent kind of place. So I feel like this is basically where you need to be for the time being. And the more you're like this, the more you're going to be able to draw him in and basically help him, where he's going to get to that point where he's going to be done dealing with all that crap, and then he's going to see you, kind of just like living your life and doing the best that you can do, doing your own thing. And he's going to be like, okay, now it's time. Now I'm going to stop deceiving myself, and I'm going to stop deceiving, like my heart pretty much, and finally come forward. So I do feel like it's going to take some time. But yeah, like I said, the most important thing you can do for him is pray for him. So hopefully that helps you. Let's see who's next. Let me check here. All right. So we got Jane. I think it's Brianna who's next, if I remember right, because I was just talking about hers. Yes, Brianna's Venti. All right, Brianna. And I think I saw your question like not too long ago. Yes. Okay. How is Josh, Aquarius, currently feeling romantically towards me, a Leo? We are currently in daily communication. Well, yay! I love it when people are in daily communication, because I always get so sad that there are people who are like, oh, we're not talking at all, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's exciting when someone's like, hey, we're actually talking here. So it's like, yay! Okay. All right. And I think you ordered a Venti, if I remember right. Just double checking. Yes. Okay. All right. So you and Josh. All right. Just double checking here. So how is he feeling romantically? Okay. Let's see what's going on. What's happening here between Brianna and Josh? What do we need to know here? What do we need to know? How is he feeling towards her? Daily communication. We love it. That's always a good thing. I'm always excited for people when they are. All right. Let's see what's going on with Brianna and Josh. Brianna and Josh, bring us some vibes here. All right. We have the Nine of Cups, which is a really good place to start. The Nine of Cups, is that one cup away from the Ten of Cups, which is that ultimate fulfillment emotionally. And, I always think of this card as kind of like the genie in a bottle in a sense. Like you can basically just make your wish come true. So yeah, I feel like you guys are basically just a wish away in a sense from having your ultimate fulfillment together emotionally. So that's a really good start. That's a really good place to be in. So you guys seem to be in a good place, which makes sense because you are in daily communication. Let's see what else is going on between the two of you. We have the Three of Pentacles, another good card. So basically the Three of Pentacles is all about building together pretty much. So, you got the two unicorns over here, and we got one over here with the hammer or whatever, and they're like working on this steeple thing or something. And it's a collaboration. It's a collaborative effort. It's a team effort. It's not just one unicorn doing all the work and the others are just standing around watching or anything. It's a group effort. So I feel like whatever it is that's going on between the two of you right now, it's a group effort. Like it's the two of you together, coming together, building and creating something. You're building and creating this connection, this relationship, which once again makes sense because you guys are talking daily. So it's like every day that you guys wind up talking, it's like another building block to this connection, to this relationship, to what's happening between the two of you. So I feel like he definitely enjoys that. He likes that. He wants to keep building and creating with you. So that's a positive thing. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the Four of Cups, which is interesting. I may pull a clarifier for this one because typically the Four of Cups is about being stubborn, pretty much. So, this unicorn is focused on the three cups down here, while it's being offered a fourth cup up here, and it's kind of totally ignoring it. Like it's this, awesome new opportunity or new whatever it is, and this unicorn is just sitting there ignoring it. It's not paying attention whatsoever. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to clarify this one because I'm not exactly quite sure who is being stubborn or what you're being stubborn about, but it seems like there's something stubborn going on here. Um, so many Aquarius tonight. Yeah, that's true. I'll just chalk it up to the age of Aquarius. Or maybe it's my mom. Maybe she's being a magnet, like drawing in her kind, her people in, or whatever. And she always jokes with me because she's left-handed. She's just like, I'm not even from this planet. I'm from the planet Lefty. She can be so weird at times. Oh man. Okay, let's get a clarifier on that Four of Cups. Like, what's going on here? Who's being stubborn and why? Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, which once again is about building, basically. Because the Eight of Pentacles is all about like hard work. It's about dedication. It's about perseverance and just like working hard towards your goals. So it's kind of a similar energy toward like the Three of Pentacles here dealing with building. But this one's basically a group effort. And this one is, just one unicorn by itself, independently working. So I feel like, if anything, maybe what the stubbornness here and the connection between you and Josh may be is maybe one of you likes to work a little bit more independently in the connection than the other. Like, I almost want to say, like, maybe one of you is a little bit more alpha than the other. Like, maybe one is a little bit more of the boss. And when that happens, that may be a little bit of conflict that arises between the two of you. Like, I feel like both of you want to, work hard together, but there may be one who's like, I'm going to lead the show here and I'm going to work a little bit harder and you're going to follow my lead, kind of a thing. So I feel like it may be something like that. He wants to take things slow on the relationship front. Yeah, so that may be you then. It may be you who's a little stubborn and you may be like, I want to push the pedal to the metal here. Like, let's go. Let's make this thing zoom. And he may, like, it may be both of you actually who's stubborn, because you may want to push it forward and he's being stubborn and he's just like, no, let's take it slow. So you guys may be a little off in terms of like your timing of how you want to do this. But regardless, like, you guys have two cards here about building. So I definitely think like building the relationship, like building that connection, is definitely still there. It's definitely still a go. But you guys may need to kind of like even each other out in terms of the pace. Like, he may have to be a little bit more comfortable with taking things a step faster, and you may have to be a little bit okay with like pushing, like taking your foot off the gas and kind of just letting things cruise a little bit. So there may be a little bit of give and take that needs to happen in terms of just like timing and how you guys want to take things with that. But the connection in the building is definitely still there. And we have the Page of Wands. So that kind of makes sense in the fact that you said that he wants to take things slow, because the Page of Wands is typically not someone who's about action. Pages kind of sit back and they're a little bit more observant than, a knight or a king, pretty much. But at the same time, the Page of Wands does have a lot of fire, does have a lot of passion, he does have a lot of desire. So I do feel like he has those things for you. But he is, like you said, he wants to take things slow. So he's not consumed by it, which is a good thing. He's not consumed by his desire. So, basically, as opposed to most guys, he's able to he's basically able to control himself and think with the northern head sometimes and not just the southern head. So that's a good thing, even though it's there. um, okay, let me pull a few oracle cards for you because I think you, yes, you got a Venti. Da, 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 da. And let me see. I just want to figure out what oracle cards I want to choose here. I'm going to go with the Ocean of Emotion because you did ask how he was feeling towards you romantically. So let's see what comes out. How is he feeling? How does he feel romantically? All right. Interesting. Riddled with guilt and shame. Guilty. I may have to clarify this one too because you guys are taking it slow, which is good. This could be maybe something attached to his past. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he wants to take things slow. It could be the fact that, he has some like guilt and shame revolving around his past, which has nothing to do with you, but it could be just his reason for wanting to take things slow. He could be just a guarded man, simple as that has some things to work through. But let's see what else we get. We have irresponsible. I can't seem to keep it together, and I know I've already screwed things up. Irresponsible. So I feel like whatever may have happened to him in the past, he was irresponsible about something, which is what's making him feel guilty, pretty much. Which I feel like is probably the reasons why he wants to take things slow. Once again, I don't feel like that's connected to you. I feel like that's just on him and his own shit. But it may help at least explain like why he is the way he is. Like maybe those are things you need to know in order to give him a little bit of grace when it comes to that. But let's see what else we got. Let's see how he's feeling towards you. Well, there we go. He's the Page of Wands, full of fire and passion, and you got passion. You make me feel things I can't even describe. So he may want to take things slow. He may have some, ghosts in the past, basically, that he needs to slay and conquer, but he does feel passion for you. He does feel desire towards you. So that's a good thing. Let's see what else we have here. We have got transformed. I'm not the same person anymore. So I feel like you being in his life basically helps him become a better version of himself with the transformed card. Because, with guilty and irresponsible coming out before, I feel like that kind of reflects his past, basically. I feel like this communication with you and talking to you every day, it helps him become a better version of himself. It helps him become, the best version of himself. So I feel like just talking to you is helping him in terms of his own personal transformation and making him better. So that's definitely a good thing. Let me get one more for you. So it sounds like, you guys may be taking it slow, but it sounds like you guys are going in the right direction. We've got, committed until death do us part isn't enough. So I feel like if you give this guy a little bit of grace, a little bit of space, a little bit of time, he will probably get to the place where he wants to be committed. It's kind of like the saying, slow and steady wins the race. So that may be where his head is at right now. So he wants to take things slow so he knows that he can have the full blown everything when it comes to you. And he doesn't want to screw that up. He doesn't want to screw it up by going too fast and, you guys getting all mixed up with things or whatever. So I feel like it can definitely get to a place where it is committed. It'll just take time. So But I do feel like you guys are on the right track. So you guys are doing the right things and working together and building things in order to get to that committed, happily ever after final place. So I'm glad that made sense for you. I'm glad to help with that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see who's next. All righty. So, Brianna, next we have, let me just refresh here really quick so I'm not missing anything. Missing any here with anybody. All right. Recent activity. Here we go. All right. So, Alexandra. Oh, Lex. So, Lex, I guess. Lex Venti. What is your question, Lex? What is your question? I'm going to scroll up and see if I can find it. But let me see. Otherwise, drop your question in the chat right now, because if it pops up like right now, obviously I will see it. So, oh, there it is. Never mind. It's right there at the bottom. Okay, Lex. Looking for info confirmation about if I've met my twin flame and know my DM in the 3D. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little check-in on that for you with your Venti. All right, for Lex. What is happening here? Has she met her twin flame? Does she know this person on a 3D level? Let's see what we find out here for you, Lex. Get some answers. And I want to say just thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming and, hanging in here with me. I know it's a little weird with, doing things over PayPal or Venmo rather than having super chats. But until I'm monetized, this is the way I kind of have to do things for the meantime. But I definitely appreciate it, you guys. Been up since 3:30 now. Since 3:30 PM. I'm assuming, yeah. If I doze off, apologies. I'll see you Friday, but so far I'm okay. And oh yeah, it is 10 p.m. right now. It's 10:19. I just realized that. Okay, at least here in Chicago it is. I don't know where everybody else is, but all right, let's see what's going on, Lex. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have the Hermit. The Hermit is kind of all about somebody who is not really out there and doing a whole bunch of things. There's someone who's going within, there's someone who's, praying and meditating and stuff. And which actually kind of makes a lot of sense when it comes to this question, because I know you're asking, like, if you've met your twin flame, if you know them in the 3D. And the reason why this card is so fitting to this question is because at the end of the day, in a sense, it kind of doesn't matter what the cards say, and it kind of doesn't matter how I interpret them as a reader. At the end of the day, when it comes to meeting your twin flame or knowing who that person is, you are the best source of information for that. Because at least for me as a reader, like, I will never tell somebody straight up 100% yes or no if somebody is their twin flame, just because it's a very sacred connection. It's a very holy connection. And bottom line is, I don't have the right to pass a judgment call on that. Nobody else does except for you and that person. So, I feel like if you are trying to figure out if somebody in your life is your twin flame, like if someone has come into your life and you're like, wow, this connection is like super lit, it's super, out of control. Oh, wow, 3:30 a.m. I just noticed that right now. That is a long time to be awake, Heather. Anyways, I totally understand if you do doze off, but I do want to do a free reading for you at some point, because you've been amazing here helping me out. But we can get into that later. um, Anyways, getting back to this Hermit card. Yeah. So you're the person who's going to know that answer best for yourself at the end of the day. I mean, I'm going to keep pulling cards here and see what else comes out for you when it comes to this. But I feel like this card definitely came out for a reason with this. And yeah, like pretty much you're the only person who's going to know that 100%. So if somebody came into your life and you're like, wow, this connection is super lit, it's super strong, I've never felt this way before, the best thing you can do is pray and meditate and spend time with God and just like, go within, be the hermit for a little while. That's totally okay. Kind of disconnect from the world, and that answer will come to you. And you're going to know deep down 100% if that person is your twin flame or not. It's kind of like when people, they go and get married and then people are like, "Oh, how did you know that that person was the one?" And what do they always say? The answer is always the same. You just know. There's no explanation behind it, but it's always you just know. And I feel like it's the same kind of thing when it comes to your twin flame. You just know if that person is your twin flame or not. So part of this answer is an answer that you're going to find within. Yeah, I'm definitely going to find out more information surrounding the situation. So I'm going to pull a few more cards here for you when it comes to that, of course. But I feel like that first card coming out with the Hermit, it didn't come out as a coincidence. That's for sure. It was definitely kind of just like that little nudge, that little reminder for you, like, hey, remember the answer? You got it. Like, you don't need a reading to really find that out. But I understand wanting to get like a little bit of confirmation because, that's always a good thing. We all need a little bit of that. And we just had one flip out. And I hate it when they go under the chair because then I have to go fishing for it. Where is it? Hold on. I will be back in a minute. I just have to go under. I don't know. It may have gone underneath the bed. Where did it go? Where did that card go? Ah. Aha. I found it. The star. Why do I find it so funny when this happens? When it goes like totally under. Okay. So with the star, I feel like basically, the star is like this bright, shining energy, and, it's kind of like illumination and stuff. And I feel like the person who is your twin flame, yeah, they're going to be like this shining star in your life, and you're going to be like this shining star in their life. So if there's someone in your life right now where you feel this with, then yeah, that person is probably your twin flame. Like, yeah, definitely looking for concrete answers. There aren't any. Yeah, well, the reason why you probably don't get concrete answers is, once again, I feel like it's basically God, the universe, telling you like, "Hey, Lex, like, you're smarter than you know." Like, you got intuition too. But yeah, you got the star, which is a good thing. I feel like, at least if you're asking about a specific person here with this, I feel like that person is probably like a star in your life to you. It's definitely not like a toxic energy or anything. So that's pretty positive. And we've got the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is all about like celebration and a parade and just like enjoying life. So I feel like, basically, if there's someone in your life right now that makes you feel this way, like if they make you feel like celebrating, if they make you feel like, having a parade, basically, then that person is probably your twin flame. Because once again, it's a positive energy, it's a good vibe, it's not a toxic thing, it's a good thing. So yeah, like part of this is also just like really paying attention to how you feel, because if someone's making you feel like shit, if they're making you feel lousy, if there's like abuse and that kind of thing, then that's not a divine thing. That's not that's toxic. That's not a divine connection. Ooh, we just had one flip out right now. Get to that. But if it's making you feel good, if it's making you want to celebrate here, then it's probably your twin flame. We also have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is ultimate fulfillment. It's ultimate fulfillment more in like a materialistic way, but still ultimate fulfillment. It's a happy ending of sorts. So once again, if there's somebody in your life where they make you feel good, and I feel like you could probably have a happy ending dealing with this person, then yeah, they're probably going to be your twin flame. There's probably also going to be a lot of work when it comes to getting to that happy ending, but they're probably your twin flame. So let's see what else we got. I'm gonna pull one more for you, and then I think you ordered a Venti, right? So then I'll pull a few oracle cards. I'm just double checking because I get them all confused as to who got what. Yes, you did get a Venti. Okay. Aquarius energy, Aquarius energy. Making me all warm and fuzzy. Yeah, no averse to putting in the work with this one. Okay. Yeah, warm and fuzzy is good. Go with it. Warm and fuzzy is awesome. So, definitely a good thing. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles, but he was in reverse. So, the Knight of Pentacles, typically when he's right side up, is typically kind of like slow and steady, wins the race. He's usually very slow about crossing that finish line, but he always gets the job done. So with it being reverse, I feel like this person may actually go faster because pentacles can move very slow. So they may go faster, but they may not necessarily be in a reliable place right now, which can sometimes happen when it comes to, twin flames. Like they may not be 100% reliable, at least in the beginning. So he may kind of like rush in and kind of rush back out. He may not necessarily like finish things the way that like a Knight of Pentacles would if he was upright, but that doesn't mean that he can't like eventually switch this energy. But it doesn't mean that he's not your twin flame. Okay. Let's see about oracle cards for you. Pick it up to a trot. Yes, pick it up to a trot or a canter. Let's see. What shall we go with here? We'll go back to some journey of love here for you. We'll see what comes through. See what comes through here to see if we got any kind of like twin flame confirmational kind of stuff here. Whatever it is you need to know. But yeah, either way, the answer is definitely within. It's in that Hermit card. So we have confusion, we have grown, which is not uncommon to go through this stage in a twin flame connection. There's always that stage of confusion, but there's always a lot of growth that comes along with it. And that's what a twin flame is going to do. They're going to force you to grow, whether you like it or not. And it's funny because that's one thing that's always driven me nuts is like, when people are just like, I want to find my twin flame. I haven't met them yet, but I want to find them. Half the time I'm like, why do you want that? Just get a soulmate. They're so much easier. But, when you have one, it's like, yes, things feel amazing. And there are those warm fuzzies, like what you just said. But at the same time, it's like, you're going to have to grow basically. And, that's not optional. It happens whether you like it to or not. So if you're going through growth spurts with him, like growing pains, then that's probably your twin flame. So let's see what else we got here for you. We have, I regret letting you go, moving on. So that's another thing that's pretty typical with twin flames too, is there's usually times of separation where one lets the other go. And then there's times where you guys come back together again. So, I don't know if you guys are currently in this stage or not, but, if there is separation, you know, there's definitely regret there about letting you go. If this hasn't happened yet, it could possibly happen. I hope it doesn't, obviously, but there's definitely like a push and pull when it comes to the whole twin flame thing. Let's see what else we got here. We've got, I need you to tell me what to do. Dominating. So I feel like this person may actually like it when you're a little bit more alpha towards them in a sense. Um, so yeah, like sometimes he may not necessarily know like what direction to go in. And yeah, the girl on the card, she's pretty sexy and stuff, and you could like equate that to like being in the bedroom. But I feel like that's more than just the bedroom. I feel like that's just like dictating, how will this relationship go? Where is it going to go? I feel like it's kind of like in conjunction to that as well. Previously in separation, on bad terms, but resolved now. Sort of, on and off. But third party complication. Yeah, that sounds about right. The on and the off and everything else. Nothing has come through about the third party, but I mean that could probably make sense here if we got the regret letting you go part. Let's see what else we have here. Ready to follow you anywhere, surrender. So, bottom line is, like, I feel like you probably already know the answer to this question, that yes, this person is your twin flame. But the best thing you can do if you want to make the situation better between the two of you is to basically surrender. And surrender is the hardest thing to do, because it's letting go of what you want, basically. It's letting go of your desires. It's handing it over to the universe. It's handing it over to God. It's basically saying, you know what? Like, ultimately, you know better than I do. You can make this better than I can. So I'm going to hand over the situation to you, and you can make it better. And I feel like this is something you guys probably both need to do. It's just like surrender the situation over to God, over to the universe, because that's what's going to ultimately help bring you guys together, because we are total messes when it comes to figuring out these situations for ourselves. I'm feeling an energy shift lately, a big one, but he's pretty quiet. Yeah, following blindly completely isn't easy trying. Yeah, no, it's totally not easy. It's not easy at all. Um, but it is worth it in the end. I've been having a lot of those prayers lately myself, where it's just like every day I'm like, I surrender it to you. I surrender it to you, because I know it's in better hands with you than it is with me. And it's true, because I look at so many other things in my life where it's like, I had a wise idea and then I made a mess out of something. So it's like, no more wise ideas. No more of that. All right. Finally, we have duality. Can we kiss and make up? So I do feel like there is an opportunity to, kiss and make up, basically, and make things better. But it's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's going to take surrender, all that stuff. And yeah, with duality, I feel like that's basically just a reminder here of like pretty much the dark and the light, the feminine and the masculine. You guys kind of like have a contrast between one another, where it's like you guys are different from each other, but at the same time, you guys like help each other's differences. So I do feel like this is definitely a very twinny kind of thing. But trust your gut, most importantly, So that's the most important thing. Okay. I was going to say worth it, not an easy journey, much shadow work for sure. Oh, you're a Gemini. That explains it, because, yeah, my person's a Gemini, so I get it. Okay. Let me see who is next up here. And I got a Venmo notification, so I know there's a Venmo person who came in. Let's see. I think whoever, the person who did the split payment, the 5 and the 5. You are next, Morrison. You are next. Oh, wait, no, the 5 and the 2. It was a 5 and a 2. Okay. A 5 and a 2. So it's 7. So it is a grande. Just making sure. Yes, you are next. And you're very welcome, Lex. I'm glad I could help you. Okay. See when is the Venmo person. Okay. Just so we know where for who's up next here. Okay, Rosie. Rosie. Okay, fantastic. So I'm gonna take care of Rosie next, and then we have Suarte. I don't know if you have a different username or not on YouTube. So we have Rosie, who's up now, Suarte, and then Cwin, who came in on Venmo. So I think that's where we're at right now, you guys. Just a heads up. Just double checking with everything here to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I don't want to miss anybody. But Rosie, I'm going to get into you right now with your grande. Okay. What does Tommy feel towards me? What's the connection between us? All right, Rosie, let's find out. Let's find out about you and Tommy. How is he feeling? What is the connection between the two of you? We are going to find out. And I totally appreciate all of you guys for coming out and like hanging in with the Venmos and the PayPals and everything. I know it's not easy and it's a little bit different from the super chat thing, but hopefully I can get to 1,000 subscribers at some point and then we can do super chats and things can be a little bit more easygoing, free flowing here when it comes to payments and stuff. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for sharing and commenting and all that good stuff that goes along with it. Because the more you do that, like the more helpful it is to me. And Heather, you are definitely coming in for your free reading too. I have not forgotten about you because, you know, let's give a round of applause here for Heather in the comments, you guys, because she's been doing amazing, kind of just like being my unofficial moderator here. I don't even know how to make someone a moderator, but she's kind of been just like holding down the fort here for me. And I totally appreciate that. So, all right, Rosie, we're coming in for you here and Tommy. Let's see what's going on. We have the world. Okay. So the world is all about like a new cycle, basically. It's about, I always kind of think of like the circle of life when it comes to this card. My brain just automatically goes to like the Lion King pretty much and the circle of life because, you know, it is a circle and there is actually a lion down here. um but yeah, I feel like you and Tommy are probably entering a new cycle in your connection, in your relationship, basically. And, you know, the world is almost kind of like you can have the world at your disposal. So you could have the world at your disposal with Tommy too. But I feel like you guys are definitely headed into a brand new chapter, a brand new cycle. So, you know, that's a good thing. Let's find out more about what this new cycle is. Let's see. Let's see what he's feeling. So we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is basically about, you know, getting into your little boat here and making a journey. It's about making a journey across this body of water, you know, this ocean, this lake, whatever it is. And it's funny because it's like we have two unicorns here that are just kind of like sitting there hanging out. And then we've got this other unicorn back here with the oar, the one who's doing the work here, kind of pushing the situation along. And whenever I look at this card, especially in regards to like relationships, I always see it as like these two cards would, or these two cards, these two unicorns would basically be like you and Tommy. And the force back here is God, it's the universe. And, you know, it's God that's basically pushing you guys along, that's like steering the direction that you guys are going to go in your journey together. And I do feel like you guys are on a journey. You're on a journey, you're on this new cycle together here, basically, which is super exciting. So I feel like that's definitely a good thing. I feel like he probably feels good things for you because he wouldn't want to sit there in the boat with you if he didn't. But you guys are definitely on a journey together. You know, life is an adventure together. So probably go through some ups and downs together. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the Eight of Swords. So there may be some like mental blockages that you guys may have to kind of break out of, because when I see the Eight of Swords, it's basically about like um it's like a mental prison pretty much. It's not that there's actual challenges surrounding you or anything, but it's more that whatever thoughts that are going on in your mind or his, it may kind of like keep you guys locked into this mental prison of limitations that may not even necessarily be there. Like this unicorn could easily just like step out of these bandages here and walk through the swords and get out of the situation, but it's choosing not to. It's choosing to remain blinded to being stuck. So I feel like in order for you guys to like fully enter this new cycle, if there's anything that's been holding either one of you back, like that definitely needs to be let go of. And I feel like that's more of a mental thing than anything else. But let's see what else we have going on. How is he feeling? How is he feeling? How is he feeling? How is Tommy feeling? So we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, it's about basically kind of like making a confident decision, because wands are fiery, they're passionate and everything, but it's about going forward in confidence in your choices pretty much. So I feel like whenever you guys break out of whatever mental strongholds may be there that have been holding you back, you guys are going to make like the confident decisions to step forward with one another. And I feel like that, and in fact, that may primarily be him. It may be him who needs to like break through a few things here and make the choice to step in confidently and go forward confidently when it comes to you and get into that boat basically and travel forward so you guys can have this new cycle that's going on. But it's a confident choice. It's a confident choice that he needs to make to do that. Like not something where it's just like wishy-washy or anything like that, but one that comes with like confidence. So let's see what else. What else is going on with Tommy? How is he feeling towards Rosie? Ooh, this is a good one. You guys got the Lovers. And what I love about the fact of you guys getting the Lovers in conjunction with the Six of Swords is there's a little bit of a theme going on here. And just like I was saying with the Six of Swords, this is like you and him and God basically pushing the boat along. It's like the same kind of thing here, because you have the two unicorns here, a perfect match, a perfect couple, which would be you and him, but then you have this big unicorn here up in the sky. And to me, I feel like that big unicorn once again is basically God. And this is pretty much the perfect third party situation to have. It's like the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost basically. So I feel like this is a divinely guided connection that's going on here, and that God is definitely watching over it. He's also leading it and guiding it. He has the direction behind it. So it's not just you and Tommy, like it's you, Tommy, and God, basically. It's the three of you together. So that's a really, really good thing. So there's no way that he doesn't have bad emotions for you. Like obviously they're good emotions, because God would never bring someone into your life who wasn't meant to be there, who wasn't like he wouldn't like divinely bless this and guide this basically if he didn't feel good towards you. So I do feel like he feels good towards you. I feel like he may have a little bit of his own like mental blockages he may have to work out, but I don't feel like that's anything towards you. just, personal baggage that we all kind of carry, kind of a thing. But let's see what else comes out for you. And we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, pretty much. Because, we have this unicorn here, and it's giving to these other two unicorns who are a little bit less fortunate. They're kind of wearing ratty clothing and everything, but they're very grateful and they're very thankful for the gift that's been given to them. So I feel like this is basically a reminder for you and Tommy to always be open in giving and receiving to one another, because, give and take is a huge part of what helps a relationship work, basically. And sometimes it's not always easy. Sometimes it's not always easy to, give to the other person, especially, if we had a crappy day at work or something like that. But it's important to remember that. And then, when someone gives to us, it's important to say thank you, which is funny because, like, I literally kind of like went on a tangent towards somebody else about how I was kind of pissed off at him because he did not say thank you that I texted him happy birthday. So even it's just like small things like that. It's like you always got to remember to be thankful, even in the small things when it comes to him. So giving and receiving, that's definitely a big thing, sharing kind of like 50-50 when it comes to a relationship. And it's funny because most of the times in most relationships, most days, it's not actually 50-50. Usually somebody is having like a day where they're at 20%, and it's like that other person needs to come up at like 80%, and then it'll flip flop. And it's like you guys are constantly always trying to like even each other out. But, relationships are not easy. They're complicated, but they're worth it. So, oh, thank you, Heather. I'm thankful that you're here just like helping out with like moderating stuff here. But I'm glad that you're like enjoying these readings and stuff. So I'm just happy you guys are all here. It makes my heart happy. So let me pull one more for you, Rosie. But I think overall his feelings are good. And God is definitely in this connection, that's for sure. And we have the Four of Cups. So he may be a little stubborn too. This card is all about being stubborn. It's all about kind of, looking and paying attention to these three cups and ignoring what's being given to you, which is funny because we just had the Six of Pentacles here with the, giving and receiving kind of thing, being thankful. So there may be moments where he may come across as not being thankful and he really should be. And I think he is. I think he is thankful, but he's stubborn and he may not always necessarily show it the right way. And the stubbornness could also come out of this Eight of Swords here, and the fact that, he kind of has like this mental prison, because if you're stuck in a mental prison, you'll have a tendency to be a little bit more stubborn and rigid about certain things too. But overall, I think his emotions towards you are good. I think God is definitely behind the situation with these two cards here, the Lovers and the Six of Swords. So yeah. But I do feel like you guys are headed for a new cycle. I think it'll be a good cycle. So just hang in there when it comes to this dude. All right. Let me see who is next. And every time I wind up having to log right back in. All right. So Suarte, I think you are next. Yes, a Venti. And then I believe we have a Venmo person after that. Okay. All right. I see your question right now. Thanks for doing a reading for me. If you have... Oh, Suerte. Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was like, what? What am I saying? All right. It's Suerte. All right, got it. I came here today because I'm worried about my friend Diana. Her black cat went missing. Oh no, I'm gonna like cry during this reading now. Anything dealing with an animal is just gonna like get to me. And you're very welcome, Rosie. Went missing last month, and I'm wondering if he's still alive and if there's a chance he'll come back. Oh, Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna find out. And you ordered a venti, right? I'm just double checking. I'm like, I got so many different orders coming. Yes, you ordered a venti. Okay. All right. All right. I'll check with the tarot. I've got the perfect oracle cards for this specific kind of question because it's animal related. We'll see what comes through. Oh, okay. All right, Suerte. Let's see. Let's see about your friend's cat. Her black cat. And your friend's name is Diana, right? Not the cat. I just want to make sure. Um oh, all right. What's happening with this cat? Is the cat okay? Is the cat alive? Where is the cat? Okay, yes, that's your friend. Because I was thinking like Diana, like I think that was Alice in Wonderland's cat's name. Like, wasn't her cat named Diana or something? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what's happening with the cat. Let's hope good things are happening for this cat. Let's get this cat home. Is it typically an outdoor cat or is it like strictly indoor? Because I know sometimes that makes a difference too. Let's see. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull some more cards just because I want clarity here. But we got the Two of Cups, which is usually about partnership. So it is, I feel like if the cat is alive, it could come home because, the Two of Cups is partnership. It could be like the cat and Diana basically reuniting and having that partnership again. But I'm going to keep pulling cards to get a little bit more clarity on that. It's like the Two of Cups just wants to keep coming out like, let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. It's like, no, we're going to talk about a cat right now. Okay. He isn't fixed yet, but he goes out sometimes for a while and comes back. Okay, well, if he does go outdoors, that may be in his favor at least, as opposed to like being completely and totally inside. This is the longest he's been missing, though. Okay. All right, let's see what else we get besides the Two of Cups. What's happening with this cat? All right. This kind of makes sense with what you just said with him not being fixed. So we got the Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands, it's about fire, it's about passion, it's about quick movement. So I don't feel like the cat is dead. Okay. I'll say that right off the bat. I'm not getting like a dead feeling here because anything that's dead isn't going to have fire and passion in it. Obviously, it's going to be dead. But I feel like this cat is basically alive and in a sense, like kind of being a hoe because he's not fixed. So he may be like he may not be coming home basically because he's getting a lot of cattail, if that makes any sense. But yeah, he may be out there just like impregnating other kitties pretty much. So yeah, I feel like he may be doing that. And with the Knight of Wands, not just that, but I almost kind of feel like he's like if this was like a Disney movie or something, it's like imagine a cartoon cat like just getting loose from like its life and then it goes out for like, a night out on the town or something like that. Like that's kind of the image I'm getting in my head right now is like a cat that's like, I'm just going to go out and have fun and live my best life and be a hoe and I don't care. And, I'm young and I'm free and I'm having fun. Like he's footloose and fancy free, which is why he's not back yet because he's just like too busy being out there and like being like, woo, here I am, here I go. As weird as that as weird as that sounds, thank God that's what I told her too. Yeah, like I really do. I feel like he's out there being a big hoe bag. Which is just too funny. I'm like, I'm glad that it's coming through that he's alive because I'm definitely not getting like a dead thing at all here. But he's definitely Like, I feel like we're dealing with that kind of cat where it's like if this cat was a human, it's like the prodigal son in the Bible or something. You know, he wants to like go off and party and live his life and he's not ready to come home yet. He's like the college student that went away and he's like, I'm going to go party and I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to have sex and I'm going to, be a player and all this other stuff. He's kind of like being like that right now, which is very weird that I'm talking about a cat like that, but that's honestly what's coming through. Okay, and we have the Hermit. So I feel like when it comes to Diana, when it comes to this, I feel like if she wants to like maybe try and find him in a sense, the best thing she may need to do is just kind of like go within and pray. Like go within and kind of just like meditate and yeah, she just kind of needs to like get still and get quiet in order to like figure out a way to kind of like become like this beacon of him coming home. Like if there's certain treats or certain kind of food or something like that that maybe he really likes, try and maybe leave something outside for him or whatever that may attract him to want to come back home. Cause I don't feel like he's like super far away. Because I feel like he knows where home is, but he's too distracted right now. So I feel like she may need to kind of like go within in order to um like figure out some solutions, how to get him to come back home. Let me get another tarot card here. But I do feel like he will, because like I said, I feel like the Lovers here is basically the reunion of Diana and her cat. So I do feel like there will be that partnership. That partnership will return. The Eight of Swords, which is, like I said before, for a lot of other people, it's like that mental prison. And I mean, if anything, I feel like this is more so Diana's energy than anything else, where it's, basically probably how she's feeling right now, where she feels just like she's limited. Like there's not a lot that she can do in this situation, which is totally understandable. So I feel like she just kind of feels mentally blocked on how to handle it and how to go about it. But I would definitely brainstorm some ideas, like, put up flyers in the neighborhood with his picture on it and like her number, her email address, stuff like that, to see about finding him. Call the shelters in the area with his description. That would be helpful too. I think there's another website called like Paw Boost or something like that, pawboost.com, where you can like post missing cats and dogs or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff out there that she may need to try to kind of like get out of this limited mindset here to try and help find them. And we have the Fool, which is once again what I feel like he's being right now. He's being a fool, pretty much. He's out there, just like taking life by the horns, because that's what the Fool does. The Fool just like jumps in head first. The Fool doesn't really like think about the actions that it makes before it makes them. It doesn't think about the consequences. It just leaps forward anyway. So I do feel like he's being quite a bit of a fool right now. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Divine Dog Oracle for you. I know that he's a cat and he's not a dog, but it's still like an animal related deck. So I feel like this is probably the best one to go with for you right now. I don't have any cat deck because I'm a dog girl. My dog is right on the other side of my computer right now, sleeping. But we'll see what comes through from the Divine Dog. Thank you. To be honest, this is the oddest reading I've ever asked. I know this is one of the oddest questions I've ever received, but you know what? Like I'm welcome and I'm thankful for it. Like, I don't mind doing the love readings at all. Like, I know a lot of the times people have those questions more so than anything else, but I like it when unique and different questions come in because, it's kind of like a little refresher moment. It's kind of like, oh, hey, this is like a different topic kind of a thing. I was a little nervous at first because I was like, oh gosh, don't come through that this cat is dead. Don't come through that the cat is dead. But I think he's okay. I do. I think he's like pretty quick on his feet. But he needs to go home. Go home, cat. Go home. All right, let's see what the divine dog says. We have guidance. Help is on the way. So I feel like, basically what this says, help is on the way. So this cat will eventually find its way home. It will be guided home, or Diana will be guided to him. One way or another, they will be guided to one another. So the help that, your friend is looking for to get her cat back, it is definitely coming. She's not alone in this. I think definitely tapping into as many resources as she can to help find him is going to be a good thing. Like I said, check the shelters, put up flyers, post his picture online, have people share it, try and make that shit go viral. That's definitely going to help her out a lot. We have victimhood, take responsibility. Yeah, like kind of what I was just saying. And I'm not saying that Diana is a victim here at all because, she's dealing with an unfortunate situation and it sucks. And I totally get that. But in terms of take responsibility, I feel like she definitely needs to take as much responsibility in terms of being active as possible to find him. So, like I said, check the shelters. Check veterinarians' offices too, for that matter. Go on pawboost.com. Post flyers. If you have like the next door app or something like that, like different like neighborhood groups or different things like that, like on Facebook, post his picture there, ask around if people have seen him. So there are so many different options out there, but trying to, take as many different avenues as possible to try and find them because you never know, someone may spot them. So let's see what else we got. I'm dealing with this kitty cat and him living the high life. We have purpose, follow your path. So I feel like with this card, once again, she needs to follow the path to try and find him. And in a weird way, I feel like between her actively searching for him and the weird path that he's on right now, like their paths will eventually come together. And there's a purpose in this, that's for sure. It may seem very confusing, it may seem very mixed up right now, but there is a purpose and a reason why this has happened. I mean, who knows? Maybe one of the biggest lessons out of this for her is going to be to like not let him loose anymore. Maybe he just needs to be an indoor cat, or maybe the bigger lesson is she needs to get him fixed, get him taken care of, so that way then that may affect like one of the reasons why he went all willy-nilly anyway. So yeah, she may need to get him fixed. And we have acceptance, loving what is. And I feel like in a weird way, like this is kind of like a double-edged kind of a sword card, because acceptance is kind of like accepting the situation as it is right now, as sucky as it is right now, because I know she doesn't want to accept it the way it is. I wouldn't want to accept it either. I mean, if my dog was out there right now, I would not be live right now. I would be crying, I'd be in hysterics, I would be a total mess. But I feel like this is basically like accepting whether he does come home or whether he doesn't. I don't feel like he's going to die if he stays out there longer. In a weird way, I feel like he's definitely learning some street skills, but I feel like it's more so just like accepting the outcome of the situation either way. If he comes back, awesome. That'll be a great thing to celebrate. If he doesn't, then you can't kind of like sit there and stress out about it forever either. I do feel like he can, because like I said, we did have the Two of Cups come here with the two coming together basically. But regardless of what happens, I feel like it's going to be a matter of accepting what it is no matter what. So hopefully he does come home. I think it's definitely still possible. I think there's a lot of things she could do to maybe help that happen, but hopefully that helps out. I do think he's alive though. He's kind of being like a little crazy right now. He's enjoying his freedom a little bit too much. That's probably from not being fixed. Okay. Let me check in here with what's happening between PayPal and Venmo. I believe the Venmo person was next. Let me double check here. Yes, I'm all caught up with people from PayPal right now. So yes, Siwin, you are next, and you ordered a Venti, I believe. Just gonna double check here. Yes, indeed, we got a Venti. Okay. Oh, and your question is on Venmo. Awesome. Okay, Siwin, I love my Leo, and we have been per bleh. I love my Leo and have been pursuing her for a year. We are same sex, both bi. Does she feel the same way? Really want to make it work. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's see what's going on here. And you ordered, yes, a Venti. Pursuing her for a year, same sex and both bi. Okay. Alrighty then. Does she feel the same way? Let's find out. Let's see what's happening for you. Siwin. Let's see what's happening for you and this girl. Let's see if she is into you. Let's see if your year of persistence and hard work here can pay off. I certainly hope so for you, because that's a long time to definitely pursue and persevere, but she must be pretty amazing if that's the case. Let me find out. Let's see what we got here. And then I think, Siwin, I think that you are the last paid one. So Heather, I'm going to do a free one for you next. So think of your question, girl, because you've been amazing tonight. And then I think after that, I'm probably going to close out, because I've been on here for 3 hours and it's been a pretty good night. So, all right. Let's see, Siwin. Let's see what we got here. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords basically moves in very swiftly and very quickly. And they move in very swiftly and quickly with a truth to deliver. So I would say that this is probably what she's going to do. She's eventually going to deliver a truth to you. She's eventually going to deliver a truth. And when she does, she's going to do it quickly and swiftly. So you may not even realize that it's coming when she does, but she's definitely going to have a truth. She's definitely going to have some thoughts that she is going to say to you. Let's see what those thoughts are. Let's see what her truth is. Let's see what thoughts she wants to express. Because when she does, she's going to come in like vroom out of nowhere and say something. So let's see what she wants to say. What does she want to say? We have the Seven of Swords, which is interesting, because the Seven of Swords can kind of be about deception. It can kind of be about betrayal and everything, which is the opposite of kind of like delivering a truth. So let me clarify this. Like, that's interesting. Like, why would she like swoop in and deliver deception? That doesn't make any sense. let's see. Let's clarify that seven of swords. What is that seven of swords all about? Because if she's going to swoop in with a truth, swooping in with deception wouldn't make any sense. Her ex betrayed her. Well, she could be a little bit fearful then to enter a relationship with you if she's been betrayed in the past. So, that's for sure. But let's see what comes through here. We have the high priestess. So the high priestess is someone who is very intuitive and very secretive at the same time. It's somebody who usually doesn't like share a lot that's going on with themselves, but at the same time, they know everything that's going on with everybody else. But they're not a busybody. They don't get into everybody's business, but they just know. They just know intuitively. So I feel like she is very intuitive. And, um, you know, I feel like basically with the Knight of Swords here, she may kind of like switch up her energy from like holding back and being secretive. And, she may finally get in touch with her intuition here to step up into that Knight of Sword energy to deliver her truth to you. And if you're saying that her ex betrayed her, she could wind up sharing with you more about that story. I don't know how much she's already shared with you about it, but maybe there are more details. Maybe there's like more nitty gritty, gory stuff that she hasn't shared with other people that she does want to share with you. Um, Oh yeah. A Scorpio moon, yeah, she's intuitive for sure. And I feel like she does know that like you're a good person and that like you wouldn't hurt her, but once again, because of that past, she's probably been a little shy to like receive the attention that you have given her. But I feel like she's going to get to the point where she's eventually going to rush in with her truth here about how she's feeling. Let's see more about how she's feeling, what that truth is going to be. Let's see. Yeah, and I really feel like when she rushes in with that truth, it's going to come out of nowhere. Like I feel like this is something that's basically been building, and that's why it's like when she does, you're going to be like, "Whoa, where did this come from?" Like I didn't even realize that. So we have the Page of Swords, which may be where she's at right now because we have the Page and then we have the Knight. And usually the Page eventually becomes the Knight. So she's probably thinking about this right now. She's probably thinking about the fact that she has a truth that she wants to express to you. And she's eventually going to get to that point where she's ready to rush in and basically tell you all about it. So I feel like that's just confirmation of where she's at right now. She's in that Page of Swords energy, but that means she's thinking. That means she's thinking about you. That means she's, probably kind of watching and seeing what you're doing, probably observing. The High Priestess does that too. The High Priestess kind of observes things, simply from their intuitive side and everything. So she's probably watching you and keeping tabs on you to make sure that you're not going to be, douchey like this ex was pretty much. So she definitely seems a little guarded here, but it's not that she doesn't like you. It's not that she's not interested. It's just, she doesn't want to get her heart broken again, which is totally understandable. And we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is about a fiery and passionate new beginning. So I feel like she does want that with you. She wants a fiery and passionate new beginning. That may be the truth that she rushes in to tell you about, but it may be like a weird combination of like her kind of like putting a warning label on herself saying, look, this is where I've been hurt, I've been destroyed, I've been through shit, I've been through this, I've been through that, but I really care about you. I really like you. I really appreciate the attention that you give me. I acknowledge that. I do want a fiery start with you. So, I do feel like she may wind up saying that. Let me get one more and then I'll pull a few oracle cards for you. Let's see what else we got here. We've got The Magician, and the Magician has come out a lot tonight, you guys. So the Magician is basically about being able to create the life that you want for yourself. So, we've got the wands, the swords, the pentacles, the cup. And, this magician has all the tools at his disposal in order to create the life that he wants for himself. So I feel like, if you want to have a relationship with her and everything, I know you've already been pursuing her, you've already been, really working for this and everything. Keep doing what you're doing, and not just like on that physical level of pursuing her, but like really pray for her and do the spiritual work behind it too, because that's more so what the magician is about, more so than anything, is like the spiritual work and like our mental thoughts and everything that go into the situation too. And, that's really going to help things as well in assisting her to like finally get from that page to that knight here ready to rush in to you and talk to you about this fiery passion here that she really would like to have. So, all right, let me pull some oracle cards. Oracle cards. Mm-mm. We're gonna go with some journey of love. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with ocean of emotion. I changed my mind. Switch it up because we're gonna see more. I want to see more. I'm curious to see more of how she's feeling. Let's see how she's feeling. Feelings. And ocean of emotion is the best way to gauge feelings for sure. So, okay, how is she feeling towards you? How is she feeling? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, ocean of emotion is great. Like, it's such a great way to gauge how someone is feeling. It's all about those emotions, which is so crazy, you guys, because like a few days ago, I was like pulling some of these cards for myself with my own situation. And like I got several cards, and then like Bridget did the same thing for me, and she was pulling from Ocean of Emotion, and she literally got like the same exact cards for me on the same situation. And I was like, okay, I think that those cards are supposed to be for me. So they are pretty accurate. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. All right, we have please forgive me, sorry. So I feel like when she does rush in with her truth to you, I feel like she may wind up apologizing actually for responding to you like so delayed, because I know you've been pursuing her for the past year, and I feel like she's going to acknowledge that hard work and that perseverance that you have put towards your pursuit towards her. And I feel like she's probably going to say sorry for that. And she's going to be like, you know what? I know that you've been really interested in me. And I know that, you've really wanted to like have this relationship happen and everything. And I do like you and I do want to be with you. And I'm so sorry that I was so slow to respond to this. And I feel like it's been because of, her previous stuff and feeling guarded and everything. But I do feel like she's going to apologize to you, just in the fact that this has taken a long time on her end to kind of like process and get to that point where she's ready to come forward, where she's ready to be vulnerable and be open to having you come in. So I do feel like she'll apologize for that. It may not be necessary for her to. I'm sure you care about her enough that it probably wouldn't matter if she apologized or not. But I feel like she's gonna sense that like this is just the right thing to do, to apologize for like being slow, pretty much. All right. We also have limited. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So I feel like this is probably where she's been with you for the past year. She's felt very limited. And once again, it's probably been out of that past situation that she was in with her ex. So it's nothing personal towards you. And, most of the time, that's what it is. Like, you can be attracted to somebody else and you can be into someone else and you can, genuinely want to enter into a relationship with them. But sometimes it's really hard to get to that place if you have like a mental blockage that's going on, and it's usually not connected to that person at all. It's usually because of something that happened in your past. It's usually because, you got like the skeletons and the ghosts of X living in your head that shouldn't be there. There's a reason why that. And I just dropped a whole ton of cards. I don't even know if I'm going to take all these cards because I feel like I dropped a whole ton of them, but we'll see how many I dropped. Oh, yeah, it was like a lot. Hold on. I'll pick up all these cards. Yeah, this was like too many to take all these. So I'm going to put these back in the deck, shuffle again. If they're meant to come through, they'll come back out again. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good she's been healing for sure. Then she won't be limited anymore. And she'll definitely want to apologize. But yeah, you definitely want the healed version of her. Let's see what else we got here. We have anxious. I can't sleep. I don't eat. I have no sense of inner peace. So once again, I feel like this is where she's been. It probably goes in conjunction to that limited feeling. She's probably just felt very anxious. She's nervous because she doesn't want to like get hurt again, like what happened to her in the past. So once again, I don't feel like that's because of you at all. I feel like that's basically what happened with her and her previous situation. Like I said, there's a reason why that phrase, don't let someone live in your head rent free. And I feel like she's kind of let this ex live in her head rent free, which kind of sucks for you because you're like, I just want to love you. And she's like, I don't want anyone to love me right now because I'm too hurt. But she's getting there. She's getting there. She's working through it. She's working through some stuff. And we have sabotage. Things aren't always as they appear. So I feel like this is self-sabotage pretty much. So, once again, when we have been hurt by somebody else, when we're in that healing process from a previous relationship or like a family member or a friend, it doesn't even have to be like a relationship, just for anyone who's been hurt before. Usually we kind of go to this place of self-sabotage thinking that everybody's going to be out to get us. And the truth of the matter is not everybody is, but that's something that needs to be healed. And I feel like that's something she's working on healing. But I mean, the fact that you've been pursuing her for a year, like that shows character on your end, because it goes to show that like, you give her grace and you give her understanding and you're going to be there for her no matter what. So it's like, and I feel like that's something she's going to acknowledge too. It's like she's going to realize like, hey, this person's been interested in me for a whole year. It's not like they were just interested for a month and then checked out because I didn't respond. So I think that's definitely going to like hold value to her. Like, hey, like this means something, And we have, I've made a fool of myself, foolish. So she's probably felt like a fool coming out of her previous situation too. So, once again, more things that she's needed to heal. So she definitely has a lot of wounds coming out from her past here from her emotions. But I don't feel like she feels anything bad towards you. I just feel like she needs to get to that place where she's ready to step up from the page to that Knight of Swords, and then she'll come into her truth towards you. Oh, and this is a perfect one to end it on. Beauty, your natural beauty takes my breath away. So I do feel like she does find you very beautiful. She finds you very attractive, very pretty. So, I do feel like the feeling is mutual, but she's just been seriously guarded. She has a broken heart, and, she's not capable of giving a heart away to you when her heart is like still kind of bleeding out elsewhere. So she's working on it. She's patching it up. But I do feel like that truth is going to come because she does find you very beautiful. So, just hang in there. I feel like just keeping like a solid and stable rock to her, because I feel like that makes a huge difference to her for sure. You're very welcome, Seawin. And I think Seawin was it for our paid readings tonight, which means Heather. Awesome, Heather. You are next, girl. You get your free reading. because you have been a superstar here tonight, like checking in and moderating things, and that's just freaking awesome. So drop me your question, Heather, because I'm definitely going to give you a free reading tonight. And it'll be a Venti on me for sure because you earned it. So I'll give you a mix of the tarot and oracle cards, but just let me know what your question is. Your Capricorn's thoughts and feelings towards me. All right. Your Capricorn. All right. Once upon a time, I had a Capricorn too, but that Capricorn was not my twin. So, just, on a random like Heather to Heather note. All right, let's see. Let's see what his thoughts and feelings are towards you. Let's see what's going on, Heather. Let's see what we got for you. And thank you guys. Thank you all so much for coming out. I'm going to wrap it up here with Heather's question and then probably end live. But I will be back again right here, same YouTube channel, obviously same YouTube channel, but I will be back on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll do the same thing, with the Venmos and the PayPals and, the tall Grande Ventis and everything. And I really appreciate you guys hanging in here with me tonight. It definitely means a lot. So, oh, that's awesome. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday, KB, on Wednesday. That's super cool. Super awesome. Got some Capricorns in the house. We've had like a lot of Capricorn and Aquarius going on. Like a lot of Aquarius checked in here tonight. A lot of Aquarius people, whether it was themselves or their person. Definitely a lot going on, Aquarius. Okay, let me finally pull a card here for you, Heather. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is all about like hard work, being persistent, working towards your goals, which funny enough doesn't surprise me at all with a Capricorn, because this is a very Capricorn thing to do. So I feel like he could be like quite literally doing this right now when it comes to work. He could just be busy working his ass off and working hard and, building on his, foundation, his career, whatever it is that he wants to do in his life. I just feel like he's a very hardworking guy, basically. So he's definitely hardworking. So let's see what else comes through. We got some hardworking Capricorn vibes coming in, which doesn't surprise me. We've also got the Page of Wands. So it seems like we've got some fiery and passionate desire here in the house. And he definitely has some very steamy and hot thoughts when it comes to you. He may not necessarily be expressing that externally because, a page is usually about just kind of sitting back and thinking about things. But it's definitely there. Like he definitely feels some passionate desire towards you. He just needs to like step out and do something about it, not just be a page. And it's so funny because it's just like, if there was like a dating site or a dating app for like tarot, it would be just like, I am interested in an emperor, please. No pages apply. You don't want a page because they're just thinking about it. They're not making actions. But at least he has passionate thoughts towards you. That's for sure. Ooh, but even though, which is so funny, even though he's that Page of Wands, in typical Capricorn fashion, he is also a King of Pentacles. So he does have a King of Pentacles inside of him, which is that protector, that provider. He's super stable. He's super reliable. It's like that dad energy. So I do feel like he wants to be that King of Pentacles, that is inside of him. So if he's not there yet, I definitely feel like the potential for him to get there and to get into that place for you, it's definitely there. It's definitely available. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else comes through for you. And we have so many pentacles for you, but doesn't surprise me because he's a Capricorn. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new start, basically. And not only is it like a brand new start, but it's like a very physical brand new start. So it's like a physical offer. So he may like decide to stop being, just like kind of passionate and dreamy about you and his thoughts. And he may actually decide to like step up and make a very physical offer to you. So he may ask you to like go on a date with him or something like that, but it's definitely something that's very much so in the physical world. He's probably going to like proposition you with something physically. So there's that opportunity to definitely have that new and fresh start. He probably wants to work together with you too. I know it's not the Three of Pentacles, which is about working together, but there's still just like that hard working aspect, which makes sense because like I said, he's a Capricorn, so it doesn't surprise me. And Capricorns are usually pretty like stable and solid when it comes to relationships too, because they are hard workers. They're not like all about like wanting the element of surprise or something that's going to throw them off. So it's like they want something stable. So I feel like he does want something stable. And we have the Knight of Swords. So what may wind up happening is he may wind up rushing in with his truth here to you, presenting that Ace of Pentacles. So he may like rush in with his truth saying like, hey, I really care about you. Let's go on a date. So it may be like something like that. Like he'll rush in with his truth and then he'll give you like this physical offering of something dealing with your relationship. Okay. I'm going to pull a few. Well, you said you liked Ocean of Emotion. So you know what? I'll just go with Ocean of Emotion for you. So let's see what he's feeling. Let's see what he's feeling for you. Let's see. And then definitely get some rest tonight, Heather, because I noticed you said like 3:30 a.m. That is crazy. I mean, 4 more hours and you're going to be going on being up for like a full day. So definitely get some sleep tonight, girl. Get some sleep tonight for sure. But you must be somewhere in like the same time zone as me if you were saying it was like 10 p.m. when it was 10 p.m. for me, which was like an hour and a half ago, because now it's 11:33. But yes, let's see what he's feeling. All right. So we have deceive. I've been lying to myself and you. So, if he has acted kind of like cold or whatever, or maybe like a little bit too heavily distracted into work, like I know Capricorns can sometimes do, it's simply because he is kind of like deceiving himself about things sometimes. And, therefore, if he can't tell himself the truth, he definitely can't tell you the truth. But I do feel like he cares about you, but, he's just not, he hasn't been ready to fully express that. He will, because like I said, he's going to rush in with that truth. But, in the meantime, he's kind of been just like holding himself back because he's been a little deceived there. Texas. All righty. Yes, that would be the Central Time Zone. Usually I'm actually not in Central Time Zone. I'm in Chicago right now. I've been here since Thanksgiving, like over the holidays, but I live in LA and I drove here for the holidays because my family is here. And I haven't gone back yet because the pandemic is really, really bad in LA right now. So I'm hanging out here until I don't know when. So for the time being, I'm on Central Time. When I go back to LA, then I'll be back on Pacific. So anywho, let's see what else we got here. We have rage. All of this anger I hold back is burning me up from the inside. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't feel like he's angry at you. I feel like the deceive card and the anger card are kind of connected. like, I feel like because he's deceiving himself, he's made himself angry at himself, basically. It's like he deceives himself sometimes about his emotions when it comes to you. And then when he does, like, he kind of catches on to himself and he gets angry about it. Because he knows, like, he knows he shouldn't be doing that. Like, he's a Capricorn, he has a good head on his shoulders. But I feel like, he gets mad at himself when he does that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my goodness. I am full of hate, despise. So he's definitely got some like anger issues going on here. I don't know if you know like what the anger is in regards to specifically. The only thing I can connect it to here is this deceive card. But let me get a few clarifiers here on despise and rage. Because that's definitely pretty intense. But I don't feel like it's about you because your tarot cards were pretty good. So I feel like there's like an outside influencing energy or something making him be that way. Either that or, like I said, he's just too busy deceiving himself. And then he gets really angry at himself and then he despises himself. Maybe he has some self-love issues is the thing. Like maybe he needs to work on his self-love because maybe the person he despises is himself. Let's see. And we have freedom. I'm ready to break free. So I feel like he wants to break free of that rage that he feels down inside of himself. He wants to feel free from the despise. And I really do feel like the more I look at this, I really do feel like the despise and the rage is more so towards himself. That's not towards you, but he kind of has like some he lacks some self-love basically. And when he's lacking that self-love, he winds up deceiving himself because he's not loving himself enough. It kind of puts him in a place where he's not able to love you or anybody else properly either. So there's definitely some self-love going on here. And I feel like he wants to find freedom from feeling like that and treating himself like that. And he's the only person who can really work that out for himself. But I feel like those are things are definitely that are going to have to happen, that he's going to have to like work out. Probably stuff he needs to work on here with the Eight of Pentacles, because this is a unicorn working by itself. It's not like the Three of Pentacles working together. It's probably something he needs to work on so he can fully step into that Knight of Pentacles and come in with his truth towards you and deliver, a stable and solid offer in your direction. I found out a lot of stuff recently and he finally reached out and I'm not ready to answer yet. Need more time to think. He doesn't know I know yet. Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like maybe some of whatever that stuff is that you found out, it may be connected to that anger and despise stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you don't feel ready yet, if you don't feel comfortable yet to respond to him, then, take time for you, that definitely comes first. But yeah, let's see what else is going on with him. Hi, Will. I'm sorry, but questions are all closed for the night. I'm doing my last one right now for Heather, and then I'm going to actually check out of here. But you are welcome to come back on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's see what else we got. Sabotage. Things aren't always as they appear. Yeah, so he's self-sabotaging himself. So if he's self-sabotaging himself, he's definitely deceiving himself. So he's definitely got some internal things that are going on. I'm not the kind of person to respond off emotions. I need time to think. That's good. Yeah, that's definitely really good. Like, don't respond off of emotions. Respond when you feel good and when you feel right about things. There's a time to be emotional and there's a time to be logical. So I think you're doing the right thing there. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we got here. And we have isolation and nobody cares. So he probably feels isolated right now. He probably feels like nobody cares about him. This also could even be just like energy from the pandemic coming through, because I know a lot of people in general are feeling isolated because of the pandemic. Um, but yeah, he's definitely not feeling so great right now. I don't feel like any of this is in regards to you, like these negative emotions that are coming through. I just feel like this is shit that he needs to work through himself, and that probably explains this. That probably explains the stuff that he needs to work on. But he does have potential. He has the potential to be the King of Pentacles. He has the potential to rush in with his truth. And that's probably what he wants to do. Like you said, he reached out to you. He probably does want to present a truth to you. But he does need to work some things out before he can officially bring in that solid and stable offer to you in the physical. But let me get one more card for you on how he's feeling, just to kind of wrap things up nicely here in a little bow. And we've got lonely. I'm so tired of feeling alone, which definitely kind of matches up along with the isolation card. So he definitely seems to be alone. I don't know if he has other people physically around him, but whether he does or whether he doesn't, emotionally, he definitely feels very isolated. Um, you're welcome. I'm so incredibly glad I could help out. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Betsy. Just so you guys know, I'm officially done taking questions for the night. I'm going to wrap it up here. But before I do, I want to thank everybody who came out and got questions, and who were very patient with me in submitting their payments through PayPal and Venmo, considering I am not monetized yet, and therefore I cannot do super chats yet. But when I do get monetized, obviously it'll be totally different. We'll be able to do super chats. It'll be much easier. And special thank you to Heather, who really like hung in there with me tonight and was just kind of like moderating things. Good night, Heather. Mwah, much love to you. Thank you so much. So she was amazing. She did great. So much love to Heather. And yeah, so otherwise, I'm just really thankful you guys come on out on Friday. I will be back 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be doing more readings. They are paid and they are through PayPal and Venmo. All of that information is in the description and should be somewhere in the chat too at some point. So that's basically how we're doing the readings from now on. And, it's taking an order, basically a tall, grande, or a venti in all that description stuff there. So that's pretty much what's going on. Thank you, Lex. Thanks for coming out. I definitely appreciate it, you guys. And thank you guys once again for the likes and the comments and the subs. I appreciate all that stuff. I'm going to try and do a free, like a few pick a cards, pick a piles in between now and Friday for you guys, just right here on the channel. And yeah, so, and definitely let your friends know, let your other friends know who like watch readings and stuff to like come on by and participate in the lives and subscribe too, because the sooner I get to that 1,000 subs, the sooner we can do the super chats and it'll be easier for everybody involved. So thank you guys. Mwah. I appreciate you all. As I always say in all of my videos when I wrap up my readings, keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love.